Well, hello there. I just noticed my transition isn't working the way it used to work. So my transition table's not set up properly. It isn't either. Well, what do you know? I fucked up. Good thing about it is I can fix it real easy. Just the updates, I didn't sort out my stuff properly. So start to main, go Lost Mines main to BRB, Lost Mines main to in, Mines BRB to main. Too easy to set those is the cool thing about it. So into main set.
While we're here, you two can have green hair with this shampoo.
Right, it's going to test. Is our dice working? Look at that, our dice is working.
Ooh,
there we
cool.
go, that's how it should be. Should be the dice transition, not the curtains. That's for the gaming stuff. So yeah, OBS had an update, so there's still a few things a bit that I hadn't obviously set up properly, but we're getting there. Got all the good stuff. So it's been 2 weeks. It's been a long time. We finally made it to Lost Mines again, and as I said in the Gilded, come watch me kill these fucking. No, I'm not going to kill them. They may kill themselves, probably, but I do not intend to kill my players. Not all the time. Only in Curse of Strahd. That was the only time I intended to kill anyone. But that was kind of the goal. But anywho. Tonight, we are going to step back into the Sword Coast and a township called Phandalin, where our motley group of individuals have been thrown together to escort a wagon from Neverwinter to Phandalin. They discovered that their benefactor may or may not have been kidnapped, and they discovered one of their benefactor's friends, Sildar Hallwinter, in fact, had been kidnapped and beaten, and they sent him back to Phandalin. Eventually arriving at Phandalin themselves, they discovered that not all is well in this small mining town of Phandalin. In fact, a group of rather unscrupulous individuals seem to have the town under, not under ransom per se, but under some form of control. And it appears that these particular individuals have, well, the group, I mean, they don't have a group name, but this group of escortees have caught the eye
Misfits.
of this particular band of misfits. Yes, band of misfits works quite well. You're definitely a misfit, trash, indeed. So, last we left off, you had been confronted by a group of not so nice individuals, one of which seemed to know Arcos in particular, was quite didn't really take his eyes off Arcos and was quite intent on anything he said was directed at him. During the battle, unfortunately, both Sildar and Zankus were rendered unconscious, but the battle was won by yourselves. You managed to dust off the battle somewhat. The final blow being dealt to the dark armored individual by Zankus, much to Arcos's disgust, and a bit of tension still there, it seems. At the end of this, Sildar lets you know that he has somewhere you can lay low, as it is sure that these particular group, which you now know to be called the Redbrands, would seek revenge for this particular instance. You were also accosted by a rather stout gentleman, red hair, rather cowardly it seems, hiding behind a large minotaur bodyguard at the point, telling you off, asking why you've done what you've done, that you're going to bring hell down on the town and blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. Zankus not taking any of the shit, getting in his face and feeling the wrath of the giant minotaur who manages to basically knock him ass over tea kettle back into the street. You eventually find yourselves in an old, seemingly abandoned shack. Not very big, but big enough for you to spend the evening, as Sildar promised. Over the course of the evening, Youngblood on his watch spied a couple of shady individuals outside. One left and then the other sparked up a torch and started heading towards the shack. Not entirely sure what they were up to, but it seemed like it was nothing good, as another figure steps out of the shadows behind this particular individual and almost completely cuts him in half with a large battle axe. As he steps into the light, Youngblood sees that it is the Minotaur that you had confronted the day before. Tips his head in a nod of recognition to Youngblood, who's now can be plainly seen in the window, and drags off the body. Seems that maybe you have some allies within Phandalin that you're not quite aware of at this point. The next morning, some discussion backwards and forwards about certain things. Sildar almost dressing down Zankus to a point about his attitude towards the group and the fact that he should be more grateful to those that have aided him from their death. And you eventually move forward, heading towards the Tresendar Manor, where you've been told that this particular group holds up, and beneath the old manor, the abandoned manor, which is falling down, but there is a basement that they've converted into their hideout as such, it seems. Not much of a hideout, because most people in town know where it is, but because they are a relatively strong force, no one has really stood up to them. It seems not enough individuals wish to stand up to them, fearing their wrath. You eventually make it to the manor, and after a little bit of searching around, you find the entrance to this basement area. Before entering, however, it appears that somewhat of a truce is made between Zankus and Arcos, as Zankus approaches and hands out in a handshake, calling for a momentary truce, shall we say, at this point. So, this is pretty much where we rejoin you guys now, as you enter into the Redbrand's hideout, as it's been called. Give that there. We will end that there. So, you find yourselves standing in this room, in a cellar, it seems. Looking out in front of you, you find that it's a bit of a 5-foot wide landing that leads large cellar in front, stone steps descending down to the floor below you. You see what looks to be a cistern of some sort, filled with water. Kegs and barrels laying around, almost not your typical cellar, but not unusual either. So I'll turn it over to you guys as you enter this space. You can obviously see here there is a door. Seems to be another small door here as you step down. However, like you step down to the ground, and it seems like almost like a coal chute door type deal. You see some barrels and stuff over in this corner and over here, and obviously your cistern is here, and the sound of trickling water can be heard sort of trickling into it. But I'll now leave it up to you, as sort of Sildar nods to you all and draws his weapon in preparation for potential battle. Says, well, I guess we start looking then.
Hey, this is a bit fucking fancy, isn't it? I mean, most basements I've been in smell like piss and are covered in fucking rats and cockroaches, and there's going to be plenty of wankers down here.
I'm sure there will be.
I guess we better be quiet. Do you reckon you could do that, Green Man? Are you too excited that old Xanxus gave me a handshake? You alright? You calm down?
Yeah, I'm calm, Let's just get this done, nice and quietly.
Alright then. Have your wits about you.
Yes, so Sildar heads down to the bottom, sort of just looks around. You sort of wait around for a bit. I need everybody in a second. Let's get some, let's get a check. Let's get our first roll of the night here, eh? Let's get everybody to roll a perception check.
What's going on here?
What's up?
Clicking the dice, and there we go. Now it just came up. Sorry,
Maybe
it wasn't coming up when I clicked the dice.
it's all good. So the only one that is not really noticing anything is Xanxus. Maybe preoccupied, who knows? But from this area here, you guys can, those of you that rolled over a 10, obviously, Arcos, your keen hearing picks up on it before anyone else's. Movement. Nothing major, but this sounds like it's coming from this particular area. Whether it's behind the door or in the barrels, you're not entirely sure. But it's definitely from that area, and it's definitely movement. You heard like maybe the shuffling of feet or something. You're not entirely sure exactly what it is, but there was something, definitely.
Alright, either we stay really fucking quiet, or we go have what's ever behind that door, assuming it's hostile. I assume everything down here is hostile.
Just a question, DM.
Yes.
Ionic Spark, that was close. I have to do that close range to me, or can that be
Yes.
at a... Okay.
It has a range on it.
That's cool.
I believe it has a range on it.
How far it goes out, yeah, I get that.
It's like a sphere, so it has to be cast at pretty much. You have to be able to touch the surface of what you're intending to cast it at. So yeah, so your
Cool.
your range is your as far as you can reach. So it's basically 5 feet.
So I'm going to cast a cantrip, Shape Water.
And what are you going to do with the shape water?
I'm going to cast it there and place it there.
So you're going to put basically a 5-foot square
Sheet
of
of water.
water on the ground.
Yep, and then release.
No worries. So you have a nice wet patch right there. I will
Cool.
be able to create this wet patch actually.
You setting a trap or something there, mate?
You'll see.
Oh, great, now I need a piss. Running water always does that to me, you know.
Well, be my guest.
I'm glad there wasn't any more water than that in there. Probably could have filled this whole damn floor area up.
Oh, if you want, I can get more water out of there.
No.
Let's see if we got any special effects in here. Oh look, let's see if it'll let me do that. Nope, it's not letting me do it. But it's now blue, so you can sort of see
Yeah.
what it is there. Oh, hang on, effect tint. Maybe we do that. No, it hasn't done it. It's supposed to give it a watery effect, but it's not. Oh, maybe if it's hidden. No, anyway, we know it's there. So you got that 5 foot square there is now covered in water. It's not difficult terrain or anything like that, but it's definitely covered in water.
Oh, it will be.
At this point. So what do you intend on doing?
I'm just going to leave that water there. Thinking I may want to do another puddle, but it can wait.
So you will be aware, I mean, this floor it's not sealed, so that won't last forever.
I get that.
You've dumped it there and it is starting to spread and thin, as water does, and it will try and find a means of escape.
Of
which
course.
will, obviously, the cracks in that in the floor, it is a basement floor, so there will be cracks there. It will eventually dissipate. How long that will be will remain to be seen at this point. But yes, so you know how water works. So I'll turn it over to you guys. What are you going to do?
Do you have any follow-up with that, or are we just making the place moist?
Just making it moist.
You're a weird one, aren't you?
And with that, I just I hold my hand up and mutter a small incantation, shotgun grass, so your hands light up like a Christmas tree. Electric sparks.
So you're holding a spell, you say?
No, just using it just to show Arcos.
Oh, you're shocking grass. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So are we making them come to us then? To shock them?
Well, why are we concentrating on that door? Like here's a something we might want to have a look at over here at this other little door down the bottom here.
I'm a little too preoccupied to do anything else, so if anyone would like to go check the door out, be my guest.
I mean, I don't want people coming up behind us. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of getting surprised, stabbed.
All right, so I'm gonna head over to that door, and I can listen at that door.
You
DM.
can. In fact, I will get you to roll one of these as you.
One of them
as you listen. You press your ear to this little. It's almost like a half door. It's literally like 2 or 3 feet tall, and you press your ear to it to have a bit of a listen, and you hold your ear there for a while, and you don't really hear anything. Seems fairly quiet.
So I'm going to check the door and see if I can open it.
You can do that. You can click on it. Now what you see is not exactly what you see there. So what you see as you open the door, you see a small, almost like a cubby. It leads back to maybe 5 feet under the stairs where you've just come down, and appears to go nowhere.
Appears to go nowhere.
From what you can tell, it's fairly dark in here. So what you've opened up, you had a look, and it just looks like a cubby to you.
Okay.
What'd you find, who?
Not much that I can see in there. Just looks like a dead-end room.
Maybe we just leave it there then, if there's nothing in there.
So what are we going to do about our friends on the other side of this door where the sound was coming from? What do you want to do?
Right. I do have an idea. If you could all find some sort of cover, perhaps, maybe stand behind a wall. I mean, the big fella's probably going to have a bit of a drama. You ever play hide and seek, mate?
No, used to play it from the 30s all the time.
Well, you find somewhere big enough to hide your big green self, and I will make a bit of noise on the door, and then we'll see if we can't get these pricks to come out and maybe get shocked by our blue friend here. And that way they won't come up and shiv us in the back when we, work out how the freak we get out of here. This can't be it, can it? They can't all be hiding down here in this one room.
All right, so I'm going to get up here in this. How do I get him to face the right way? But I'm just kind of in this corner with a shot towards the door on this upper level.
Yep.
I'm ducked in where I am.
Kind of that corner there.
Yeah, so what you can do is if you highlight your token, you can use shift and mouse wheel to turn your token as well.
Okay,
so
cool.
That'll turn you to a specific area. But when you move, it'll also put yourself in the it'll automatically put yourself in the direction that you're facing when you move in that particular area.
Okay.
Duck down between these stairs. Try to hide.
No worries. So the stairs, like, if you crouched, it'll give you probably half cover. You wouldn't be able to completely hide, but you definitely get yourself down there and a little bit out of view, which is good. And Sildar
How high
takes
is the distance there? The walls?
3 feet.
3 feet?
So 2.5, 3 feet. So it's like a.
I go crazy.
That's the edge of it. Are you gonna? And you want to investigate further? You can. You can have a look at it if you want.
No. I was thinking the barrels that are lining the wall, we could use it as a barricade to force the people into the water.
You could, potentially. It'd make a lot of noise to move barrels, though. I mean, you do. I mean, as far as you know, you have not been heard. I mean, you've been talking. I'm assuming as a DM, I'm not going to say for you, but I'm assuming in relatively hushed tones.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Trying not to give yourselves away. I mean, I have made some rolls behind the scenes, just as you know, as a DM.
So are we all good? You're just gonna?
I'm right. I'm ready to go.
This is the best I can do.
So, Zankius, but just before we move forward, I'll get you to give me a perception check, please.
Low roll. Give me a low roll.
Where you've moved.
Yep, give me a low roll.
It was a low roll, indeed. Why are you looking for a low roll?
Well, if I think negative thoughts, usually give me positive, so then
what I will have you do for me, though, now, you didn't notice anything with that perception roll, but I will need you now, because of where you are, to roll one of them. Ooh, that's very low. So, Zankius, as you move closer to this wall and you're sort of getting ready to do whatever it is you're going to do, waiting for Arcos's signal, as shall we say, you feel almost like a headache right at the back of your mind, like at the back of your head. It starts to fill the back of your skull, and it's like someone's driving a hot nail into the back of your skull at the base of it. You close your eyes and, oh, okay, that's not good, and then it shifts to the top of your head and rolls forward and almost clouds your vision a little bit, making your eyes water just a touch. And then you hear a very whispery voice. Why are you here, I wonder? What do you want? What do you want? Why are you here? Why are they here? And it presses hard on your mind for a while, and then it slowly disappears and that headache goes, and it lingers for a bit. You're almost thinking, okay, did I hear that? Was that real? It's weird. But that headache sort of lingers for a moment, and then you hear nothing for it. Just for a little while. How you react to that is up to you. But that is, we will leave that, and we'll move back to whatever you were up to.
Well, after that effect, I'd more than likely have my hand up against the wall, like I'm staggering.
Yeah, I'd say it would affect you somewhat in that manner. I would say with your guys' passives and with what you're preparing to do, as Arcos specifically, you'd be looking around, making sure everyone's ready to do whatever you're going to do. You would probably notice him sort of reach out, hand on the wall, and steady himself for a moment, and then he would compose himself relatively quickly, maybe 4 or 5 seconds, and he seems okay again, but definitely noticeable.
So Arcos will just give him the raised eyebrow, and he'll wait a bit to see if he does anything else, and then he will grab out his bag of ball bearings, and he'll have his back against the wall around the corner, and then he'll just pop out and hurl one at the door, and then pop back in.
Okay. So let's get. I'm not going to make you roll to hit because I mean it's a stationary arm. You're definitely going to hit it, but I will get you to. What am I going to get you to roll here? I need you to roll something. Maybe just a dexterity, athletics, acrobatics. Acrobatics is a dexterity one. So get you to roll just to acrobatics for me, just quickly. Even though it's a low roll, it's still relatively well. And you poke around the corner and you fling that ball bearing. Tink, 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 tink. And you hear it roll across the stone. And you wait 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, waiting for any kind of sound or movement. Yet you hear none.
I think we need to knock on the bloody door.
Well, I don't know if you want to walk through that moisture. I feel like our blue friend's got a plan. I mean, I
could get over the top of it. Like if it's not near the door.
I will use Mage Hand to go knock on the door.
Visible or invisible?
Visible.
Visible.
It won't be so much knock, it'll be fist thumping.
I will reduce its size a little bit in here.
Yeah, possibly a good idea.
Well, it's quite big anyway. Like Mage Hand is. Why is it large? It shouldn't be large. I'll make it medium.
That's an awesome effect, by the way.
I'm just I'm just gonna fix this because it shouldn't be large. I mean, it can be large, but it shouldn't be. So I'm just going to make an adjustment on the token to make it more manageable. Where is the appearance here? Dimensions, grid space update token.
What's going on? I'm fucking squished over here.
I will fix that. There we go.
Just hold tight. I feel like we're
so
on
there is your hand. You should be able to control that as well, Trashy. So you can move that.
Okay, so as he knocks on the door, I yell out, "Everyone calling, face me with special potions on a good price."
As you bang on that door with your mage hand, bang, 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 and who calls out from his hiding place? You wait again. 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. No response. I will get all of you at this point to roll an insight check.
I also dismiss Mage Hand.
No problem. I just deleted everybody. What a dumbass. I'll put your back. I accidentally deleted everybody from the map because I had you all highlighted. We will be missing. We'll be missing. Oh, here we go. And I'll grab Silda back. My bad, guys. So,
So after that time goes by and, you know, there's no answer to the door, I turn to the other guys and they mustn't want to sign up to the party plan, guys.
and I need to redo the roll too because it didn't, because I deleted you guys, it fucked the roll up. So we'll redo that roll.
18.
Yeah, so I only got net one, so really two is happy for me.
That was my bad. I'm going to take full responsibility for that. So.
Can't go with my first roll.
What was your first roll?
Better than a 1.
15.
No. No, I'll let you go with your first roll.
Nah, it's all good. I don't mind.
No, it works. I mean, I because I fucked up, we'll say that it's all good. So, why is that showing that like that? It's weird. Oh no, it's actually showing it really well. Anyway, this is showing dark vision for some reason, which it shouldn't be because there should be a light in here. But anyhow, all of you sort of look at each other, and even Sildar, he leans over to you, Arcos, and says, I think they're waiting for us, if there's anyone there. I think they know we're here.
Those cheeky fucks.
I'll cast Mage Hand again to open the door this time.
Are you going to open the door with Mage Hand?
Yes.
You open the door.
Can anybody see down there?
No, wrong angle.
I can't see shit in my hardy hole.
Youngblood, you can just make out a faint bit of movement. Can't see what it is, but you see something sort of almost like it pulls back from the door. Like you see something move. You don't know what it is, but something moved.
Oh yeah, fucks, come get me. I see him. They're waiting for us.
Oi, Feathers, you think if you cast Fireball in there, they might come out? And I say that loud.
Hey, we could give him a touch up.
Okay, I've got to make a roll for this. Roll a deception check, Arcos.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be able to select it for you. I know you got it. 12. Ooh, I got to roll. I got to do a quick roll here from these guys.
Well, at 17, but...
Oh, 17, sorry, yeah. I read that wrong. That was me. So we need to
the
roll.
dice was 12.
2 weeks away and he's losing the plot.
Not supposed to be insight checks. Damn it. I know, right? 2 weeks away and I'm fucking shit up. You see, this is supposed to be an insight check, dumbass.
Pass. Fail. Whoa, that's a nice fail.
That is a natural one with a -1. So, as you guys saw, 2 of those guys failed, 1 passed. 2 of them sort of go, you hear whispered voices. I mean, you definitely know someone in there, but you hear whispered voices. You're not sort of then trying not to be heard, and you hear them back forward. Then you just hear one guy saying, "It's all bullshit. We wait for him here. You come and get us, you savage bastards."
You don't actually have Fireball. That would be really handy.
No, I don't.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I was bluffing.
Okay,
I mean, it's worth it,
I'd like to use shape water again.
Yes.
And I don't want to move it to there, but I don't want to put it on the ground. I want to raise it up and let it drop. So it splashes.
It'll still only... Yeah, I mean, we'll get it there. Like, we'll put another one there. This one's...
Basically, I'm getting it as close to the door as possible, but if I go to the door, it's going to close the door on me, so...
Yeah, no, it's all good. I've created it for you anyway. So there's definitely another splash of water right near the door.
So with the water, is it flowing in the direction of the door, or is it just puddling?
It starts to dissipate, and it spreads out, and you can see it starting to seep down into the cracks between the cobblestones.
So there's no real steady flow in.
No,
that door,
it seems to be fairly well. I mean, the floor seems fairly level. So there's, I mean, there's enough there that you could probably do what you wanted to do, but you're not. It's not running into the room.
No, that's all I wanted to see if it actually ran into the room.
Yeah, so there's definitely no real flow at this point.
I'm going to move so I can see what's in that doorway. I can't see anything from here, so I'm going to go across to the other stairs on the opposite side.
I just want to know why that's now showing.
Boys, what are we doing?
That's weird that it's showing like that.
People in their loud ass bloody motorbikes.
I'm gonna move to.
I'm just gonna reload this chat. Just give me a second, because it should be. Oh no, it's gonna show it like that. That's weird. You do not own a token with vision on the scene. I know I don't own a token on the scene.
I still can't see anything through the doorway.
No, you can't. For all you can see, what looks to be an empty room. But you know there's someone in there, because you heard him. We're having a bit of a standoff here at the moment.
Who's going first? Who's going first?
Who? So you're saying all you see is darkness in there?
No, I can see a bed.
Okay. Then I'll refrain from asking the question. Well,
Can someone set their beds on fire? I mean, how can they sleep when their beds are burning?
Fucking hell.
Are we going to kill them anyway? So what's burning the
I mean,
bed down do?
They'll either come out or they'll suffocate. I mean, guys don't want to die from suffocation. It's very long and drawn out and painful, and then you'll catch fire, and it's a really shitty way to go. I feel I've obviously never died myself.
You get again, you hear those muffled voices, but you get the impression that these guys are not easily intimidated.
Yeah, fuck it. Can I go in? I'm getting fucking bored. Let me go. Can I go?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you, am I, big guy?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
I'll try and patch you up if you come out with big holes in you, though.
I appreciate it. I'm just going to fly in.
All right,
You just roll right in. I'll get you to stop
I was
right
gonna
there.
say, just before he goes through the door, I'm going to cast something on him, but yeah, we've got to do something then.
We are going to... We're going to roll initiative, guys. That's what we're going to do.
I'm surrounded and fucked. I love it.
So, we have some initiative to roll. So you guys should be able to go to the combat HUD and roll your initiative, or roll from your sheets. I don't know why that's showing grayscale like that. I'm going to have to... Again, that'll be a version 10 issue, which I should be able to fix at some point. So, we've all rolled here. So the initial, this fucking template bullshit.
You love it, mate. You love it.
Oh, it's just something that's happening. I'm wondering whether it's because of these NPCs on here, why it's showing grayscale like that. But anywho, have a quick. Got basic vision. We might be able to fix this. So chat was have to put up with the grayscale look at the moment for the dark vision stuff. We'll see if we can fix that for next stream. So first up in the initiative, this particular individual here, Youngblood, as you surge into the room, the moment you sort of push in and look around, you think, oh fuck, and he takes a swipe at you as soon as you walk through the door, and he gets 2 attacks. Rolls a natural 1 on his first. You manage to dodge out of the way, and with his second he hits you with a 19 and does 4 points of damage, well 6 points of damage, sorry, which he slaps you with. I've removed that from your sheet automatically. It is now, that is his turn. Sildar's turn next. I'm just going to delete these templates, trash. We know the water's there. I know how long it's going to last. They're going to be a pain in my butt otherwise. So Sildar thinks, ah, shit. We need to draw them out. So he's sort of going to hang. He's going to hang back, I think. He's got a bow. Can't really see anything. And he's essentially, you heard him, Youngblood. He's pretty much calls out loud enough. We need to draw them out of that room. That is going to be his turn. Arcos, you're up. Zankus on board.
So seeing who on the stairs, he does that thing you do in the supermarket where you walk into someone and they're like standing in front of you like, oh, I'll go this way, and then you both go that way. You're like, Feathers, I need to... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Go around.
You take up a lot of fucking... and I'll jump off the side and I'll just see Youngblood sort of like right in the door, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, he takes up a lot of fucking space too, doesn't he? And I'll just ready my bow for any of them that come through that door, or any of them I can see. I'll take a shot.
So for some reason it's showing your vision, Arcos. That's interesting.
Because there's no grey. Ooh, because let me see what happens if I'll either pop down here.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah, it's showing your vision on screen is because you got no dark vision. This room should be lit, yet it's showing it in monochrome. If I give you, I'm just playing your token here. See, if I turn your token now, I've given you 60 feet of vision, and it's I don't know, it's weird. We'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, because I'm seeing everything in color, but I can see on the stream it's that. Yeah.
I've now changed it, so it's fixed. It's fixed that. So.
Yep.
I'll figure out why. I'll figure out why it's doing that on just your token. Why it's using your token's vision. It could be because you're the first one I put on the map, maybe.
Yeah. So I hold my action, which will be I'll like have my bow out and ready, waiting for someone to come through the door.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I think I might have figured it out, but anyhow, so you're going to hold your action. You're going to hold your action for someone to come out of that room. No problem. Zankus, it is now your turn. You got a puddle of water here, which is getting rather thin. You got a fresh puddle here, which seems to be not draining rapidly, but it's definitely dissipating. This room doesn't seem to hold water very well.
No, it doesn't. So I'll just get me bow ready to hold an action for anyone coming through the door.
Okay, so you're going to hold an action as well. Next up is this guy over here, which you guys can't see, but Youngblood can. And he is going to move into you, Youngblood, and because you're right there, unfortunately, again, 2 attacks with a short sword. Misses you with a 15. You manage to parry with your own body and arm with your chainmail armor. You parry the attack. Second attack comes in, also misses. Is not quite able to strike through your armor. You just move and dodge and think, what the hell? What are you guys up to? And it is now your turn, Who, with Youngblood on board.
Okay, seeing I was going to use this on Blue Boy because he's usually the fellow who runs into the middle of things. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Youngblood.
Give me a second. I need to just double check something. I need to make sure that Shield of Faith. Creature with choice within range, getting a +2 for AC. Yes, we can do that. You don't need to click the target him and cast it. I'm going to add an effect on him, which will give him the +2 automatically, which is really cool.
Target him?
Yeah, so Alt click to target him.
Okay, hang on. It's probably because I got that menu open.
There you go, and then just cast the spell from your sheet. Shield of Faith.
Spell has been cast.
Awesome. So I've now added fatigue for the next 10 minutes. Youngblood, you now have a +2 to your AC, so your AC just got higher, which you can see the effect is strobing on you there.
And before I end my turn, I'm going to move up here and position myself near these barrels.
Move yourself where you need to go.
Oh.
Use your arrow keys.
Down the stairs to, I want to be out of the way. So
you can climb up on the barrels. The barrels, like the standard barrels, so I could say you'd easily climb up on the barrels, no drama. So that is
my turn there.
It is your turn. So Youngblood, it is now your turn. You feel invigorated. You feel like you just can't be attacked at this point. You've had 2 guys, only one of them hit you. The other can't seem to hit you, and you now get the sensation that you're now more armored as your friend has cast a amazing spell on you.
So hearing everyone say they gotta stand their ground out there and stuff, I'm gonna grab the guy in front of me, kind of like a bit like a Irish whip him, try to Irish whip it out the door, if that makes sense. Just drag him.
Okay, so this will be a contested.
Just probably strength.
Yep, I will. 1 second. This will be a contested strength. So it'll be athletics versus athletics. I will select. Oh, there we go.
Come on, I need this to work. Come on, bitch. I'm so nervous.
13 versus a 12. This guy, you reach out to grab him by his arm and by his shoulder, and you go to sort of try and grab him and swing through and pull him through the door and Irish whip him through the door. However, as you do so, he plants that front foot, and you cannot move him. He just looks at you and grins. So that is your action.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else do you think you might want to try and do as a bonus action, or you're going to try and move, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna move out of there.
You got 30 feet of movement. You will take several attacks here, though, but with a higher AC, you might be okay.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go for it.
You're going to get
around there. Oops, about there.
3 attacks of opportunity. The first one,
I'll risk it for the
a
biscuit.
natural 1.
Yes.
The second, well, that was almost a natural 1 too. This one also misses. Your higher AC seems to be doing the trick. The third also misses. As you retreat from the room, they all swing, and you manage to they find nothing but armor. So we got 2 people holding actions. Are you still willing to hold your action at this point? So Arcos and Zankus, you have an opportunity here if you wish to do something.
So, yeah, I'll take the shot at the one through the doorway, I guess.
Yeah, same. I can see one now. So
Okay, so we'll go Arcos first. So yeah, make your shot, and then Zankus, you can also do the same.
Before I end my turn, I'll let them know that they're like surrounded and sweating the doors. So you go in, you're pretty much fucked and shit. Explain to them how they're standing and stuff.
As a free action, you can call out their positions easily enough. So you miss with your short bow. You draw and poke around the corner, let it go, and it strikes just a little wide. So do you only get the single attack at this point? I think you do at level 2.
Yeah, especially with the short bow. Wouldn't be able to reload it.
No, exactly. Zankus.
All right, I'm firing by crossbow at the one I've got targeted.
No worries, fire away. Light crossbow, another low roll. Missing as well. So unfortunately, you do miss. Which would now leads to this guy's turn, who you guys can't see, but he is gonna go. He just looks at his mate and says, "Ah, fuck it," and follows out. Chasing Youngblood out of the room. Sees the rest of you and looks around, and you see his eyes go wide, and he attacks Youngblood, who's right in front of him. 2 attacks. Misses with a 2. Holy crap. Low rolls. A second. Come on. And a natural 1. No way. Natural 1s all over the place. And you see he's visibly frustrated. It's like, fuck. And to the top of the initiative order with another guy that's in here, you hear voices come from inside, and you see another dude cross the door. You're not sure where he went, but he did cross across the door. And that'll be him, Sildar. He looks at this dude and goes, all right. And he targets him with a heavy crossbow and rolls a natural 1. No way. Well, fuck me. He does have a multi-attack,
You said
though.
we were going to get killed tonight.
Well, with these rolls, he's not gonna. He's not gonna get multi-attack on the crossbow. He's got to reload, so he is done. Arcos, you're up. Zankus on board.
Fucking bow. And he's gonna flip his daggers out, and he's gonna run, charge over the stairs. Mind your face, big fella, and I'm gonna like scramble up on fucking Youngblood, and I'm gonna come down with both daggers over the top of the dude behind him.
Okay, so move yourself into position. I'll definitely allow this. I am going to get you to give me. I am going to get you to give me a acrobatics, just for good measure, to see how cool this looks. It's more about how cool it is rather than failure. Unless you roll a natural 1, it's going to look absolutely terrible. But
all right, so what did you want again?
Acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics.
Sorry,
Is there any way I can help him? Like,
Oh,
it's not my turn. I can't.
So
No,
close to being
yeah.
natural 20.
He just uses you, like, you don't resist, but you just scramble over. He scrambles over top of you, and it looks okay. Like it's nothing flash, but you definitely get over there pretty quickly, and you sort of jump off his shoulders and land on the barrels beside this guy, and then you stab at his face, because you're now pretty much probably eye level with this dude, considering how small you are. So make your attack, sir. 11, 16, that definitely hits. Doing, what have we got there? 7 points of damage. And he sort of then you stab out at him, maybe shoulder height into the shoulder, top of the clavicle, and he sort of turns and looks at you, quite surprised that this thing just sort of bounding over this guy. It's like, where the fuck? Ow, mother.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anything else?
Surprised I've got another one where that came from, fucker. And I'll stab him with my other hand.
Cheers, Drax. So offhand attack.
Oof.
Natural 20. Nice. Doing 10 points of damage on this one. You can describe it as you jab forward with that offhand attack.
Yeah, so he's just flipped off the top of Youngblood. He's coming on the left side of his face, in down to the neck, and then he says, "Oh, I've got another one where that came from, fuckhead," and he goes in the ear on the other side.
Ooh.
And pushes a bit harder than even he thinks he's gonna, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
And yeah, you hear that noise, the popping of the eardrum, and then right to the hilt, and the look on Arcos's face is like, "Whoa, ew," but that cool. It's that whole yuck but cool looking thing as this guy, as you then withdraw it, and his eyes roll back in his head, and he just slunks to the floor.
Yep, and that'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn, no worries. So Zankus, you're up.
Firing the crossbow again.
No worries. You miss again, unfortunately.
And that's it.
That's it for you. Next up is this guy here. He's looking, he sees his mate, he's gone down, he's thinking, fuck you! And he just charges forward, steps over his friend, realizes, oh fuck, there's way more people out here than I thought. And I'm gonna roll a die here, because he's got a choice to make. So we're gonna roll a d4. Well, d3, but it'll be a d4. Let me see what we get here. 2, 1, 2. So unfortunately, that means you. So he looks around at you guys and targets you, who. I need to make sure I got the right dude here.
Not the glue.
Why have I got... What the hell? That was one you targeted. I need to delete him. He should be dead. Not sure what happened there. Anywho, we'll get rid of him. He's dead. And he's going to make 2 attacks at you, who?
The DM has a
Inspiration, yes, I do. Thank you. So that's 1 hit there for you, which does 6 points of damage. Who, the second, as he thrusts forward for the first, the second he goes for a slashing attack, which you just lift your legs slightly as he misses your right leg on that second attack. And slippy little fuckers. And he just readies himself for the next attack. That is his turn. It's now your turn, who, with Youngblood on board.
And I'm gonna pointedly look straight at him and open my big eyes and say, "Hey, ding-a-ling, this," and cast Toll of the Dead on him.
No worries.
I better target him first, eh?
Yes, you need to target him first. Wisdom of DC 13. Which he fails. Takes 8 points. He's missing... Is he missing HP? No, he's not missing HP. So he only takes 1 necrotic damage. Unfortunately. But he still takes damage. Now he's missing HP. Okay,
and that's me done.
That is you done. He's taking a little bit of damage. His eyes water a little bit, and he sort of looks around thinking, where the hell did that just come from? And Youngblood, it is now your turn.
How do you turn your character again?
Click on it, and then hold shift and mouse wheel.
So I'm going to turn straight, look straight in his eyes.
No
and
problem.
And jab him in the face.
Just a straight unarmed strike?
It's a straight jab to the face.
No worries. So target him and use your fisticuffs.
Control,
Alt click to target.
Where the hell is the alt?
Next to your Windows key. Here we go, and unfortunately that misses.
Oh my god, it was nearly a 22.
It was close. It was very close. Unfortunately, he dodges your attack as you straight jab, and no target. Unfortunately, is that your turn, sir?
Yep, that's my turn.
Next up is this dude. He comes out to the door, turns and looks and thinks, "Fuck, he just can't really. He can't. He can sort of get out to his friend, but he can't really get out to his friend." And he sort of just stands there and he can't do anything, so he's going to hold his action at this point. Sildar targets this individual and heavy crossbow once again misses again. He's not having a fun time. You can hear as Zankus, especially you can hear his frustration as he's unable to find his target. Arcos, you're up, and Zankus on board.
Oh, still got bits of the last guy. And he just looks at the dude in front of him, and he's like, and he looks behind him, and there's water, and he's just like, let's do it again. And he sort of bounds off the barrels and sort of like puts everything he has into like stabbing him from either side of his neck.
Okay. Have at it.
With full intention of actually possibly going into the water at that point.
You hit him.
16 for 4.
It's 4 points of damage.
And then
Takes
the
that
other
first
one goes
attack.
in.
Another hit. 7 points of damage. He's looking pretty bloody. He doesn't. I mean, you've launched yourself forward at him, but he's fairly steadfast. He's a bit bigger than you, so weight wise, you're probably unable to shove him, unless you were intending on shoving him specifically.
I was kind of launching at him to try and get us both in the water, but if he's got enough strength to sort of, I'll just go like rear back and like sort of plant myself on the barrels.
Let's have a quick nose at his strength. He's not super strong, but he's not weak either. Just looking at your weight versus his size, and he'd definitely rock back. He'd maybe lean against the edge of the cistern, but not enough to topple him over, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he sort of shoves you back as he sort of grabs the wounds, one of the wounds, which is quite deep.
No worries, that's my turn then.
No worries. Zankus, you're up.
Crossbow again.
Firing away with the crossbow.
Bloody hell.
Misses. The bows aren't really doing much tonight, guys.
Wow.
But yeah, unfortunately. So that is yours. The ruffian's term. He's sort of looking around, going, "I'll take one of you fuckers with me." And he's going to attack the last person that attacked him, which is you, Arcos. 2 attacks at you. The first misses. Fuck. The second, I would imagine it's the wound. It's that wound. He grabs his sword. The wound's so close to that muscle, he just can't get any purchase. Can't get the swing high enough. Arcos, you're just too quick. Parry with your dagger. Move out of the way. He just can't. You can't quite get there. Who? It's your turn with Youngblood on board.
Okay, so what I would like to do is, seeing he's so close, is how high is the ceiling in this room from where I am? Like,
They're only about 7 or 8 feet, so they're not huge ceilings. It's a typical cellar.
so I could still launch myself like flight wise towards him, do an unarmed strike. Like I want to claw at him.
You could definitely launch yourself at him for sure.
All right, okay.
I mean, you're standing on barrels, so you are elevated from his position, so you could launch yourself down at him easily enough.
So that'll be an unarmed strike.
Yeah. Fuck, some low fucking rolls, man.
Yeah.
We're struggling tonight, guys. Unfortunately, you launch yourself forward and he sort of just bats it out of the way, and sort of you end up sort of half on the floor between the barrels and Youngblood and Arcos, and it's a bit of a mess. It's going to cost you a little bit of movement to get yourself back up, but for all intents and purposes, it's all good. Just a bit of flavour, but you've missed the
Lost some
attack.
feathers then, boys. I lost some feathers then.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm done. I can't do anything
So
after that.
Youngblood, it is your turn. He's looking hurt, dude. Like, he's definitely not looking healthy.
So getting pissed, he keeps missing all his moves. It's like, fuck this, I'm just gonna fucking finish her. I hope this works. I'm gonna try brain dead.
Okay. Target him and let's see what we get.
Did it work?
You gotta target him first, bud.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah, you've untargeted him. You clicked it twice.
Ah,
There you go.
there we go.
Now roll your brain dead.
Come on.
So we got a strength saving throw here.
14. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, you got to make his strength saving throw or not. He fails the strength saving throw. So this is not good, guys. So he's definitely dead. Youngblood. So describe to the viewers and to your friends what brain dead entails.
So I'll pick him up, flip him, so his head's facing the ground. I'm going to move across to the ledge part, where it's a little bit of ledge to get to the pool. I'm just going to drop his head right on that ledge and try to split the head open on that ledge.
Easily
Drop into the
done.
water.
Easily done. As you grab him, he goes to fend off your grapple, and no, he just can't cope. The wounds that he's sustained, he cannot fight against your strength and your size. You grab him, you twist one hand over his shoulder, the other one around the other, and you literally just pick him up and twist him up over your shoulder. Drop him forward, wrap him around his waist so his head is now between your knees. You turn towards the cistern and you drop to your knees, catching the front of his forehead on the edge of that cistern. And all of you hear a sickening crack as the skull is crushed against the corner at the edge of this hard stone. Then you hear the gurgling of as he takes his last breath, as his neck snaps as well as his head is forced backwards against the cistern. And Youngblood sort of up on one knee just drops the body forward, and it sort of flops forward and with a splosh ends up in the cistern, hanging over the edge. Like his head's right sort of hanging over the edge still, but his body is now sort of semi-floating-ish in this water.
And yell out to the last guy, "Hey, that splash, you motherfucker! That was your man splashing in the water with his head fucking smashed."
He could see it. He was right there. He was right in the doorway. He saw exactly what happened. I'm going to get you, sir, to roll an intimidation check for me.
Oh my god.
Natural one. This dude,
0 apparently.
This dude doesn't seem phased at all. Like, he looks at you and he just grits his teeth and grins and says, "You know what? Didn't fucking like him anyway." And is that your turn? Are you going to move? You still have movement if you wish.
Yeah, and that technically is a bonus, so do I get a normal one as well?
Was that a yeah, that was a bonus action, was it? So you still have an action, so you can move and use your action.
So I'm gonna move.
Hang on, I'll have to come back to your turn. There we go. Now you should be
Sorry.
right.
I'm gonna move towards him. And
I forgot that was a bonus action, yeah.
go and just strike him right in the head. Just
Just
try another jab.
Just an unarmed
Cheeky
strike.
jab. Come on, you little shit. I forgot to target there.
No, it was an action for the brain dead, JJ, not a bonus action.
Really?
Yeah.
It's in my bonus section over where I am.
I might have fucked it up. Let me have a look here.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's, that'll be me. Yes, it should be an
it's in the
action.
bonus section.
Yeah, it should be an action,
Okay,
not a
sorry
bonus
about
action.
that.
That's all good.
You can cancel if you want.
It is all good. We just won't apply that damage. Well, unarmed strike, because you can use it as a bonus action anyway, so that still applies. It's a good thing about having two hands. As a bonus action, you can use an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
So that damage will still apply.
I forgot to target him. I was
It's all
still
good.
targeting the dead guy.
It is all good, sir. I can do that and apply it to the target anyway. So it was 4 damage. Too easy. Yes, so just remember, I think those features are definitely actions because they take a lot to do. So if
Not to
it's
raise
on your
your
HUD, if it's
bonus.
listed as a bonus action, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's in the HUD bonus section. That's why I thought it was a bonus. And I'll do a little bit more
It's because
movement.
it's. I know why it's listed as that. It's because it's on your the hotbar above your portrait. You've got it listed with your unarmed strike.
Yeah, you did that for me because you
Yeah,
put it in there.
I will move that.
That's why I got a bit confused.
Now, if you go next time you want to use it, just click on Use Feature under your main action, and it'll pop up.
Yeah.
So you should be good there. Yeah, that was my bad. So
Oh, good.
Sorted.
I'll move out of the doorway.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my turn.
you haven't moved out of his range. He doesn't get an attack of opportunity, giving your friends a chance to still see him there. So you're good.
And that's me.
That is you. Okay. I see what you did. You targeted the dude behind you by accident. That's why. So if you go back to the doorway, just quickly, JJ, I'll move you back so you can see him. See the token in the doorway? The blood splatter? There we go. Thank you, sir. So, this dude is going to attack you because you're there. You're the closest thing to him. 2 attacks, once again. My God. He just cannot hit you. I don't know if he can hit you without his natural 20. There we go. He finally hit you. With a 6. The 6 damage to you. And Youngblood, you're not feeling too good. You're looking a little bloody there. A large wound as he slashes his short sword across your belly. And that is his turn. Sildar's turn. He just, you hear him go, fucking crossbow. And he moves right into this dude. And he now targets him. And he's going to go, taste my steel. Long sword attack with a 7 damage. As a first attack. His second attack, as he does, he also has a multi-attack. Also, I believe, hits him and does only 2 damage. But it's enough. And then he moves himself out of the doorway, allowing the rest of his party, or rest of his friends, to continue onwards. It is now your turn, Arcos.
Alright, let's fucking finish this then. And I'll top down off the barrels and not target myself.
Probably not a good idea. I'm going to move this dude out the way because I think he's half our issue.
So I'll sort of dart in and sort of almost slide and like try and stab him from the floor up.
No problem. Damn. Not today. Not today.
Offhand. Nope.
Nope. Even though he's hurt, he's just fending off these attacks. He's just looking around rapidly, just every attack that comes, he parries and like, no,
Yeah,
it's off.
I'm imagining I slipped in some of the blood and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, and then it's like gone wide. I'm like covered in that dude's gunk
Yeah.
because I would have come through it. That'll be me.
Definitely. That is you. I think I know what's up with view too. It's your line of sight. It's graying out where your line of sight is, which is interesting. So that's new. I was not sure why it's using you as the token to view from, but either way, it's all good. I might just turn off the monochrome stuff.
So I'm going to use lightning lure.
Lightning lure.
They have to do a strength saving throw of 13.
No, he doesn't.
He's dead.
Yes, he is. But we'll do the save anyway. He fails. So what happens here with your lightning lure? You reach out your hand, your lure of lightning streaks out in front of you over Arcos's shoulder. Awfully, the crackling energy shoots over your shoulder there, Arcos. You feel the hair sort of stand up as the static reaches past you. Strikes this dude, wraps around his neck, and just yanks him towards Zankus. Over top of Arcos. Arcos, why did you make a dexterity saving throw as this body just comes launching towards you? But he's definitely dead.
It only goes 5 foot, I believe.
Yeah, but still, he's going to launch 5 feet over Arcos.
Yeah. Sorry, Arcos.
So, 8. No, dex save, please, Arcos. I probably should have popped it up for you, but I forget. Barely dodging out of the way as this body gets yanked towards you, so the step sideways. The foot probably clips your shoulder as it then dumps on the ground, unmoving. And that is the end of our combat, ladies and germs.
My apologies, Arcos, for that. Was not intended.
It's alright, mate. I've had people throw themselves at me before. They don't usually end up as a corpse quite so soon afterwards.
So remember to accept the experience. Right, awesome. Shut down our battle music. Go back to Dar. And the battle is over. It appears that you haven't really
Hey, big fella, how are you doing? Talking to Youngblood.
Bit bloody, bit stabbed. It was fun. It was fun.
A bit stabbed. I love it.
Can I, it's my last spell slot there, use Cure Wounds on Youngblood?
You can target him and cast it. It should, hopefully I mean, I can do it anyway, but it should pop up the heal and allow me to add it to him. Cure wounds. So yes, six points of healing to Youngblood. You're feeling much better for that.
Feels better, thanks, Mr. Who. Now I just feel like I had fun.
No worries, mate. But I'm sort of striked out for any other healing spells.
Everybody else feel alright?
Apparently some screaming kids in the cellar somewhere. Must be hidden in a barrel.
Yeesh. They really didn't want to come out of here, and now they'll never come out of here again.
I'd like to search the area, please.
Search the area, indeed. I will get. Are you all going to search, or just Zankus?
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
go
going
search the body in the water.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I'm going back out to have a look in the water and see the damage that's been done there. And just,
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll might as well get everyone to roll when I grab everyone here. We'll get everybody to roll investigation.
Roll investigation.
We will remove. Oh shit! I had all
Whoa.
targeted. That was my bad. You guys are standing over top of each other. It screwed me up. So investigations. Arcos with a natural 1. God damn. Our rolls tonight, guys, are really freaking bad. So, Arcos, even with a natural 1 investigation, that dude that's in the water, he's fucked up. Like, his head is split open. His neck is at an odd angle. His from about chest, like he's backwards. He's lying with his back across the curb of the cistern. His head's lolled down on the ground. The blood's starting to pool, and his sort of lower extremities are hanging in the water. Zankus, what you see in this particular room is there are bunk beds, like crates and things like that. All 3 of these individuals were wearing belt pouches with coin. So all of you would get this. So a total coin is 21 gold pieces. If you want to split this a bit, you'd have to split it yourselves. So 21 gold pieces, 32 silver pieces. And yeah, that's about it. And 2 garnets, sorry. So 2 gemstones. 2 small garnet gemstones. So if you want to calculate the split later, just make a note of the total and you can calculate the split, or you can do it now. It's up to you. You got time. But that's all you really find on the bodies. However, who, as your what was yours? Yours is 14. Youngblood, you're the same. Out in the cistern, as you are surveying your handiwork, Youngblood, you're probably the first to notice it. Is something in the water beside the body of this particular individual. It's quite deep. Like, it's about 10 feet deep, this thing. Like, it's definitely deep, but you spy something in the water. You can just make it out. And it's a fair way down, but there's definitely something in there.
Don't go in there and try to grab it.
So you're going to jump into the cistern itself?
Yep.
Man, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that, young bloke, because my feathers get a bit waterlogged in water, my friend.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm not afraid of a bit of water.
I mean, I've seen some pretty fucked up shit in my time, but the amount of strength to fuck up a man that bad, it makes me shudder. I mean, look at it.
Do I hear them, any of them wanting to jump in that water?
Youngblood's already in. Like, he literally hand over side into the water. And sploosh. Mate, I mean, you're quite tall. It's 10 feet deep. You're about 6 foot tall. So you got to swim down a little bit. It's and about 8 feet down on a small, looks like almost like a small platform, like it's almost like it's been hung there.
While he's down there, I'll
Find.
go up to the others. Be ready.
Be ready, fool. Be ready. Now,
So you mean what? I have to back up? Do I have to move away? Please let me know. Do I have to back away from here, or?
Just be ready for whenever he comes back up, because I don't like that water. I forgot to mention, there's a mage somewhere.
You forgot to mention.
Heat of battle, all that type of stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah, look, you and your bloody unmentionables. It's getting a bit over the top, mate.
I'll be already underwater, so I wouldn't hear any of
yeah,
this.
you don't. Yeah, you'd hear voices, like you'd hear it through the water, but it's not legible. You can't really make it out. But you find a small satchel that seems to be. It was like it's been put in here on purpose. You retrieve it easily enough. It's attached to a rope, tied to a ring, like a metal ring. You have to probably grab out your dagger and cut it, but you're able to do so easy enough. You can hold your breath for a reasonable length of time, so you're fine. You now breach the surface again, take a breath of air, get to the side, pull yourself over, and you now have this satchel.
I slowly open it, look inside, a little bit hesitant, but I open it.
You open it, and inside you find 50 gold pieces and a couple of potions, it seems. Clean set of ordinary clothing. The satchel's waterproof, and it seems you'd know what this is too. And with your particular background, you've had the need to get away from somewhere quickly and a quick disguise, perhaps. This is a getaway kit. You've probably got plenty of these stashed all over Neverwinter. One of the potions you recognise as a healing potion. You know exactly what that is.
Oh, good guys, it's just a getaway kit. It's all good.
Youngblood, we're pals, right?
Yeah.
We're buddies. And then he looks at the body in the water. He's like, "Thank fuck." And he just walks
Don't
away.
make me angry. Don't make me angry. That's what
No,
happens.
I don't think I will, mate.
It's
I'm
pretty
brutal.
brutal.
Saying, "Don't make me angry."
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal sight indeed.
So there's nothing in that room?
Nothing other than what you found. Like it's just a sleeping quarters. The stuff in the crates is all mundane bits and pieces. Nothing worth anything. Just I mean, you've got short swords on the guys as well. Some makeshift armor. Nothing. Again, all mundane. Nothing really too much worth writing home about. I need Zankus. I need you to make another wisdom save, please. Another failure. That pressure, once again, enters your mind. And again, it's that same pain at the base of your skull and moves slowly upwards and forward until it's full on in the center of your mind. And that same whispery, sort of cackly voice comes. And simply, again, wonder why you're here. I can help, maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Why are you here?
Is this two-way? Is this two-way or is it just...
You're not sure. You can try if you want.
Yeah, I'll try.
So you
Not out loud.
try and reach out with your mind?
Yeah.
You reach out I mean, you've got an understanding of the arcane, so you've got a fair idea how this might work. So you reach out with your mind, trying to touch whatever this creature is that is reaching out to you. What do you say?
Where are you?
It hurts. In fact, you'll take 1 psychic damage. It hurts to allow this creature, even though it's forced its way into your mind, to try and reach out to it. It hurts. It's painful. For a few seconds, you get nothing. In fact, I would say your knees buckle at this point. You drop to 1 knee, just with the blinding pain that you're feeling right now. And it simply says, I know what you did. I know what you did. I know who you are. What can you do for me? And then that pain subsides and the present leaves your mind again.
You all good there, Xanxus? I didn't see you get hit by...
There's a mage or something using a telepathic incantation or something.
No, fucking magic users.
As
no,
you stand,
no offense, brothers.
yeah, as you stand, Xanxus, and you turn to face the others as Arcos is making his inquiry. Arcos, you see a trickle of blood from 1 nostril. And you also notice a trickle of blood from his right ear.
And... Yeah.
Yeah.
Xanxus, I will get you to roll a history check for me, please. History or Arcana, your choice.
Close that one. Hand up. That one. And then that one.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's the DC was only 10. Now,
Good thing I did Arcana, not history.
you know, you've got a little bit of knowledge of the arcane. Obviously, you're an arcane user. When you say mage, you use the term mage. The moment that word sort of leaves your lips, you think, no, that's not right. It doesn't feel arcane in nature. Whatever that was, whatever touched your mind was not arcane. It felt different. You're not entirely sure what it is or where it may have come from, but you're not sure if it's in this room with you. You're not sure where it is or where it's coming from, but there's a source somewhere close, maybe, that is reaching out and touching your mind.
I'm not saying anything yet. I'll let them think there's a mage around.
Okay. With that, as you guys are speaking, Arcos, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
But that's alright. Well, you still eat them, don't you, later? Just to get that used up.
14. You feel a pressure on your mind. Again, very similar to what I described for Xanxus. It's like a red hot nail has been pressed into the base of your skull at the back, and then moves upwards and forward into behind your eyes, and then it dissipates. You don't hear a voice, but something happened. You're not sure what it was, but it was extremely painful. Didn't cause any damage. It was almost like an instant onset of a migraine, and then instantly gone again.
Oi, stay out of my head with your mumbo bumbo bullshit. Oh, yeah, there's some fuckery going on, or I got a headache. I don't know. Anyone got aspirin?
Aspirin, what's that?
It's a. Never mind, mate. It's all right.
I think it's a big hammer, so you can hit him on the foot and make him forget about his head hurting.
I liked you when you were quiet, mate.
I cast mage hand. Would this help?
No, Feathers has been a jerk. Stop being a jerk, Feathers. Well, how the fuck do we get out of this room? Like, it can't be just this.
I agree. Let's have a look around. Let's see if we can. I mean, there's got to be something.
Wasn't some sort of passage underwater there, Youngblood? Just the bag.
I'd like to investigate that little alcove that we found.
Yeah, I didn't have a good poke around in there.
We'll let Youngblood answer the question first, eh?
No, just the bag.
Just be careful, guys, not to talk over each other if you can.
Sorry about that.
That's all good. We will want to try something and do stuff. Just got to make sure we try not to jump all over each other a little bit. So, you said there was nothing in the cistern, I believe, that you saw.
Yeah, I didn't have a poke around in there. I didn't. Just looked like a dead end and.
Holy crap! Someone just bought a death mat. Thank you, whoever that was. You're awesome. Xankus, you want to have a look-see in the little cubby that was found earlier.
But I'm thinking I should let Arcos see if there's traps in there first.
You sure? Come on.
Yeah. Nah, I'll let Arcos, would you be so kind to see if this area is trapped?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a bit weird to have like a cupboard under the stairs with nothing in it, right?
Would seem that way, yes.
So I'll go in there and poke around with my thieves' tools and see if there's.
So you poke around, you do an investigation. You're doing the pokey, looking for traps.
Mm-hmm.
And also remember, guys, don't forget to untarget your targets, so we don't end up with any cross mishaps with damage and shit. I think you've got Youngblood still targeted, which you can't really see him at the moment because he's in the next room. We'll bring him out here. Oh shit! Don't want to stand him on still though. So, investigation of 17. You do the pokey, you look around, you feel around the door itself at first before you head fully in. You're small enough to sort of almost stand up in here. It's like it's... How tall is Arcos? Sort of...
3, 4.
3... Okay, so yeah. It's about 4 feet tall, give or take. So your ears would probably scrape the top. But you're small enough you can sort of get in there and have a good look around. And you poke around for a bit. We will move you out of here. We'll put you in there.
Yep.
And you do not find any traps. With that investigation, you notice there is a discrepancy with the rear wall of this little cubby. Something looks different.
Doesn't appear to be trapped, but I think there might be a way through here at least. Give it a bit of a shove, maybe.
So you reach out. You know it's not trapped. That much you do know. You shove forward with your hand, and indeed, it opens up.
Would you look at that?
I am going to have to do something here though, because you don't have vision, because you don't have dark vision.
No.
That needs to be dark in there, so it will be seen in greys. You're still seeing it in colour though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is cool. We'll just leave it at that, because that room should be darker anyway.
Well, there's definitely something back there. It's dark though, like kind of narrow in here too. You might have to like scrunch up a bit.
Arcos, would you be so kind as to point your sword at me?
I mean, I don't like to kink shame, but yeah. And I'll just turn around and I've still got my daggers.
I think I
want the
know
sword or
what
the
this.
daggers?
Why is this doing that? That's weird.
Whichever one you prefer.
Yeah, they hold out his dagger.
And I touch the tip of the dagger with light.
No worries. So we get a light cast on there. Okay, I'm going to have to do something with this. This is just not kosher. This whole dark vision thing is definitely messing with the what we're doing here. So I'm going to have to play around with this in the break, but we'll carry on for the time being. So you cast a light on your dagger, and you can now, you should be able to see a little bit further in there.
Yeah. I'll just sort of walk forward. I'm assuming I can walk if I'm just over 3 feet with my ears. It would be mostly ears.
I wonder what's to do with this. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that didn't fix it. Yes, it opens up. As you step through, it obviously opens up into this hallway. I'll get you guys to hold there. Don't go any further forward there at that point. We'll get everyone through if everyone's going to go through. It seems to open out into a large corridor, which is quite dark. For those that have dark vision, obviously you'll be able to see.
Youngblood fit in there?
Yeah, you'd have to get down like I'm almost on your belly to get through. Like you'd be crawling through, but you'd be able to get through.
Yeah. I'll do that then.
And then we might take a short break, and I'll see if I can fix this whole thing with this dark vision stuff. I'll bring him to there. Bring him through to there. Put him there for now. Right, guys, we're going to take a small break. I need to see if I can fix this thing and get it looking in colour like it should be, because it's kind of weird. Because on my view it's colour, but on this DM viewer view it's not. So I might actually have to put a token on here, which is odd. But anywho, we're going to take a short break while I try and fix this, and we're about that time anyway, so bear with us, stay with us. We'll be carrying on further into the Redbrand hideouts, and we'll see you very shortly. We're back.
24 in PUBG.
What's up, chat? We're back. I fixed it. Now things should see. You should see things as intended. What's up, Killer Newbie? How we doing? Good to see you. DRB33s, welcome as well. You do love a good Hero Forge mini binge. Yes, all of the player characters have been created in Hero Forge, and some NPCs you might see in a Hero Forge token or two as well. Yeah, we're doing good, Novi. We're doing good. As I said, our players here have just entered into the Redbrand hideout. Have murdered 3 people in self-defense, so technically not murder, kinda, sorta. Although what Youngblood just did, kinda murder. I mean,
No, that's outright murder. Sorry.
it was kind of brutal.
Yep.
But either way, it worked. It worked. It's good. So with that, we will now rejoin our players as we've now fixed the whole site thing, so you guys can actually now see them as intended. We'll zoom in a little bit so we can sort of see exactly what they've done. They've just come through this secret passage leading into a darkened hallway. So light has now been cast on the tip of Arcus's dagger by Zankus, which has lit a portion of this chamber. I don't know why that white area is visible. It shouldn't be. I just realised that I'm seeing that.
I'll get Arcus the cheek of the traps.
That was my cock up. It shouldn't have been visible.
Shit, this is real fancy. How long does it glow like this? Will it glow red if I... That's really cool.
It will last 1 hour.
Right. Well, it's really fucking dark in here, and you know, we really did a number on those blokes. We best press on. Like, watch your feet and shit.
There's something we could test maybe later if it lasts an hour and we come across something. Maybe if you poke him in the stomach, the light might come out of his mouth.
And Arcos like turns to look at him and like, look, we should keep going. I didn't see any traps, and he starts walking backwards, and I'm gonna walk backwards over that spot because I'm just gonna fucking do it.
Okay, keep going, and you walk backwards as far as you go. Right. With that being said, then, Arcos, can I, as you walk forward, the floor beneath your feet gives way. I need you to roll a dexterity save, please. Well done, and Dean's inspiration because I know you know it's there too. So
wasn't good, but I'm gonna use my my lucky feet thing that I can use when I fail one, which I'm assuming I have failed.
You definitely have failed. Definitely.
I don't know, but I don't know if it'll do me any good, but I'm gonna do it anyway because
you definitely failed that roll as you teeter on the edge of this this drop. Rolling a 1, which will give you a total of 8.
Can I? Would I be able to do a reaction cast of Mage Hand, or is it one action?
No, it's. I think. What's the cast time on Mage Hand? I think it's an action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one action.
Yeah, so no, unfortunately not. Not as a reaction, no. So, unfortunately, Arcos, you teeter on the edge of the as the floor creaks and cracks and gives way, and then your footing gives away as you reach out for the edge. You miss the edge, and almost crack the side of your head on the edge of this pit, and you drop 10 feet, which will take only a single d6 of damage, as you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, which I can do for you. When I can get your token here. Hang on. I need to make these invisible now that they've been triggered on my end. Nope, I don't need to make that invisible. God damn it. That stays visible. Okay, Arcos, can I get you to move out? You should be able to move yourself still. Thank you. Oh, that was me. I had the thing targeted wrong. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Professional DM here. Right, so we'll move you back into said hole. And it's...
Ooh, the hole made a sound.
Yes, it shouldn't be triggering. I'll fix it. I'm going to delete it now. But it shouldn't have been triggering that time. I'll move this over here. So now we've got the hole on the ground. So I'll put you in said hole. And it shouldn't trigger again now. But you guys watch as the floor gives away and Arcos disappears from sight into a small hole. Sildar runs forward and looks down at you from standing up. You're right.
I mean, it proves my point that we should watch our footing, but I don't know. Fuck, that hurt. My back.
All right, and he just reaches down, like he's tall enough he can sort of lay down and reaches down and gives you a hand, and pulls you back up.
Yeah, don't do that.
He pulls you back up to the side, so we'll just move everyone so you're not standing on it. I know it's a narrow corridor, guys, but bear in mind, so, okay, chat and players, bear in mind that when they say 5 foot is how big a token is, when you look at your players on your tokens, it's not 5 feet. You could all stand there quite easily and not be standing on each other, but D&D, right? It's all about the 5 feet.
I have a problem with my viewing distance. I cannot see the 60 foot.
You cannot see you cannot see 60 feet? Are you sure?
Well, whoever's just moved out of
Oh, you can't
the corner.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Youngblood's standing right next to me, and I don't see him either.
So you've got 60 feet. I think I might have slightly... Why is that not... Stop moving!
Hey, chat, should I move more?
You can move as much as you like now.
I couldn't help myself, mate. Sorry, I just couldn't.
Yeah, I was just checking because it was just that spot that I couldn't see.
That is really weird. Because you have dark vision. Zankus, you have dark vision, yeah, at the 60 feet.
Yeah. I figured I'd move myself there because whenever they moved in and out of that corner, which is less than 60, it was like 15 or something like that.
I know
I wasn't
why.
able to see it. What'd you do?
I know why.
What'd you do?
I fixed it, that's what I did.
Uh-huh. What'd you do wrong?
It's just the way they've got it set up, it's weird.
It's a new thing, like this is, you know.
Yeah, see, JJ won't be able to... This is the thing about D&D, the way they got this set up too, is Youngblood doesn't have dark vision, so if he's in the dark, he won't be able to see someone standing right next to him. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I should be able to see.
You should be able to see, because yours is out to 120 feet.
Yeah. And we've only just noticed that now.
Which I now have fixed.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah, so those that don't have dark vision, they won't be able to see anyone outside of the torch light because they don't have sight in darkness, essentially.
Yeah.
So if I was to reset the which I'll do just now, reset this because of what happened before. Now this is how people should see. What you are seeing now is what you should be able to see. So those with dark vision should be able to see through to the doors. Those without dark vision will only see as far as the light allows them to see. Right, back into it.
So can't move my token back now?
No.
Okay, I'll stay there. Fine.
You moved it. Right, now you can move it back. So now we're back to that shit again. The fuck?
And I still can't see JJ.
I can see you more.
I can see JJ with your token. So I'm
Yeah,
seeing
all
it
I've got
naturally
is-
on my DM version of it. I'm seeing it how it should be, but on this version, it's seeing it all in grayscale.
I've got a circle in the passageway like that, and then down the corridor back into the room we were just at is where I can see.
Try refreshing. Do a reload.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you just reset the stuff, didn't you?
Well, it's your stuff is definitely how it should be. You got a basic side of 120 feet. You got vision is dark vision. Oh, hang on. Maybe that's what I need to do there.
There we go, it's back.
There we go. It's weird. It's random how it does this shit. So detection mode. Maybe get rid of that one. See if I can do the same with Zankus here. Give me a second, guys. This is weird shit, and I need to figure it out. Vision, basic configuration, 60 feet dark vision, detection mode. It won't let me delete your detection mode. Weird.
Try taking me off and doing it.
I think that's what's causing this issue. We'll remove you because we don't need you.
Nah.
I mean, I'm probably going to end up just turning all this shit off eventually because obviously it's still not working. Again, this is all in beta and alpha and all the rest of it. 60 foot there, update token. Vision, detection mode, update token. Right.
If something's not broken, you're not doing it right.
Exactly. I don't know. It's not doing it properly. I don't know what's causing it, but we had it fixed and now it's broken again. I'm not sure what is causing that. Basic vision, their detection mode should be none. I don't know. It's not working how it should be because fuck. I'm getting a little over it. Let's reload.
So you had
here.
your 2 weeks break and everything falls apart, so it's all good.
Next, it's telling me I don't have a token on here when I do. It's lying to me. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with it. Let's carry on.
Oh, I think I might have broken my tail. Does it look all right? I mean, it's dark in here, but I'm pretty proud of my tail, to be honest. It's a bit sore. Oh man.
Why do I need to stay Marigold? Why?
Youngblood's what, 5 foot?
Youngblood is
6 foot area?
6 foot, I believe. Biography, where are we? Your biography didn't come across. I'm not sure. I think it's like 6 feet from memory.
Could I go to the ledge, like sit ledge and jump off and be safe? Because it's about 10 foot.
It's 10 foot across and it's 10 foot deep. Like it's a 10 foot square. So you can jump across it easily enough. I'm gonna fix this, guys. I really am.
Hey, Youngblood, can you see in the dark, my friend?
Nope.
Hmm.
Hey there,
Alright,
Bugs,
so-
how you feeling? Sorry. Go.
No, that's all right.
I'm just really glad there's not spikes. Sometimes those things have fucking spikes in them, you know?
How do you feel about doing our throwing trick like we did with the goblins? You got to throw you over there?
I don't know if I can jump that easy, mate. I don't know about. I'd probably land funny, you know. I can jump. I think we could all probably jump over it as long as there's not another trap on the other side, eh? Oh, that'd be a bit of a bitch.
Well, I was warning you to check for traps, but no, you decided to be cocky.
I mean, I checked it, right? It's here. It's here. It's well checked. And The Arcos will gingerly try and jump over the gap.
What is your strength modifier?
It's a -1.
Yes, it's definitely tied into your token, Grim. I'm not sure why, but
Rude.
very rude. So I'm just gonna give you freaking vision because I can. So you will need to make a strength check to get across. Actually, no, you'd be able to use your dexterity. You'd be a running jump. 10 feet. I think everyone would be able to jump 10 feet. I mean, 10 feet.
Yeah.
With a running jump, I think all of you should be able to make it across. Without any
I'd
hazard.
sail across. I want to give Youngblood the gift of some light. Pick somewhere that you would like it, sir.
I just put it on his nose. That's very light.
I mean, no, you won't be able to see on his nose.
Well, you currently have light on Arcos, so you'd have enough light to see with all of you together if Arcos goes first.
This should be right if they had it.
You should be right. Okay, yep, cool.
So 10 feet you should all be able to jump easily now.
Yeah.
With how I have to sit now, can I still get across with me like being after being my stomach? Could I get up?
Oh, you did. This room here is standing height. Like there was just a passage through. So this passage is a normal passage. It's about 8-10 feet tall. So yeah, this one's fine.
Sorry, I got confused.
No, you're good.
I'll jump over.
So I think we're not going to worry about the whole dark vision thing. You guys can role play whether you can see or can't see. I will attempt to fix it at some point. Because it was just working and then it stops. I don't know. I'll have to go through and sort it out, see if I can find a way to set all this up. But for now, we're just going to role play it. You have torches. You have a torch lit. You can see. It's all good.
Would you like to listen at the door?
Does who wants to listen at the door? Everyone, or just the two at the front of the door?
I was asking who if you'd like to listen at the door.
Ah, so you were actually addressing who? You weren't answering the question.
Yeah, if you want me to listen, I'm seeing two doors there, though. Which one do you want me to pick?
It's a double door.
It's a double door. Okay, well, I'll listen at the door then.
You'll listen at the door. So, with that, you'll give me a perception check, please.
That can be arranged.
With a 2. We're 5 total. You hear nothing. It's all quiet. With your amazing owl earring, there is nothing moving in this room.
Don't hear a thing, gents. Don't hear a thing.
So, a hidden cubby hole, a short passage with a fucking pit in it, and some doors at the end. I'm gonna check for traps.
You want to check for traps.
Run my dagger around the edges of the door and...
Roll investigation, sir. As far as you're aware, as you search the door for any mechanisms, wires, or there otherwise, as far as you're aware, it is perfectly safe.
No, has it got like, those push down handles, or is it a door?
This looks like a ring. Like it looks like you could just push the doors open or pull them.
Yeah, so I'll just
they look like
with
they
the
swing
edge of the
inwards.
dagger, the end of the dagger, I'll just sort of push it open slowly and look through the door, see if I can see anything.
You should be able to click on said door and open one. Turn this torch I've got off on you. Don't really need that anymore. Now, I don't know what you guys are seeing on your end. But we'll have to
I can see the light coming through the door and everyone else is grey.
So you're seeing it as you should. It's just the.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing, Arcos? You should just about see everything.
Yeah, everything's
colour.
in color, and then I've got the angle for the door where I wouldn't be able to see because there's a door shut.
Okay, so you still got line of sight stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to try and figure out why it's linking the grayscale to your character specifically. So when I turn off your vision, my observer character only sees grayscale for the whole thing. So I'm not sure what that is, but we'll figure it out. Anywho, so that's pretty much what you see. Exactly that.
Right. I think it's, and I'm like sort of walk through, and I'm like, I lean back and I push the other door with the dagger so that they can see. It looks like it's all right in here, fellas. I mean, other than, you know, a little bit morose with these fucking coffins.
Oh, that's random. Yes, they look like coffins indeed. So what I'm going to do with you, Arcos, just to make this a little interesting, we're going to give you 15 feet of vision, color vision, so we can keep some color in this bloody place. I think maybe, fuck it, 30. Keep it at 30.
Young blood's intrigued to go up to one of the coffins and open it.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why not? Just dead
If
people
you
in there.
must. If you must, be my guest.
So, before we proceed any further, gentlemen, 3 large stone sarcophagi stand in this dusty crypt. Propped up against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton, clad in bits of rusty mail. You can't see them because I had them invisible, but they are there. Also, like, literally, they're not in the sarcophagus, they're almost resting on top of it against the wall. False columns along the wall are carved in imagery of spreading oak trees. The double doors which have just come through are sheathed in tarnished copper plate. So there's like old copper plating on the doors and it's all tarnished and starting to go green. So it looks like this place has been fairly well... Oh shit, I've got a door. I forgot a door there. Jeez, I'm terrible. But yes, so that's pretty much what you see. I need to turn this into a door. So yeah, so you got a door here, a door here, and a door here. Let me just make sure we got it. So the which is okay. So the skeletons seem unmoving at this point. It seems, even getting as close as young blood is, they don't seem to move at all.
Yeah, I don't want to go poking around in some box that's all musty and stinky inside. I just, no interest. Don't.
Yeah, I'm with those two. Sometimes the dead they don't stay dead, mate. Sometimes. I mean, speaking from experience. You poke around too much and they...
I'll leave it.
But they might want to poke you back.
Is there any writing on the... Go have a look. See if there's any writing on
the sarcophaguses?
Yeah.
Doesn't appear so. I mean, they're reasonably fancy-ish. You could let's say here. Let's go. Roll investigation for me. so random that does that. Anywho, investigation 12. You sort of poke around a bit. At one point, you knock you sort of touch the skeletons. You're sort of looking underneath his leg, and the head sort of tilts to one side, almost like it's looking at you, giving you a bit of a start. It doesn't move. It maybe just knocked it. It was weird. But you do see the name Tressendor etched onto the edge of the sarcophagus. And you know you're beneath the Tressendor Manor. That's what you've been told this place was. So you get the impression that these crypts might be just a family crypt.
Looks like these fellas come with the place, if you know what I mean. Burying your dead under your house, that's a bit sick. Burial at sea, that's the way to go. You don't have to have any skeletons in your basement.
Well, I knew somebody once that buried dead people in their backyard.
Close family, very close family.
What are we doing, gents?
Well, no point staying in here with the dead. Youngblood, you seem gung-ho. Pick a door, mate.
I'll walk up to a door.
We will just hold you there for a second. As you approach this door, all of you would notice this. No one needs to roll a perception check or anything like that. As you approach the door and reach out to touch the handle, Youngblood, you hear the creaking of bone on bone. As you turn, all you sort of look towards the sound. One by one, each of the skeletons' heads turn. This time, not lulling to one side as they did with you, Arcos, but they turn and the eyes start to glow with a faint, arcane, purplish red glow. One of the jaws sort of swings on just a single hinge, and then it juts into place and closes. And it tilts its head to one side, and they start to rise slowly. Very robotic in their movement, but they do start to rise. And with that, we will roll initiative, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, when I unpause it for you. Just waiting on younger blood. You can roll it from the there we go. Here we go. So who haven't rolled? Youngblood, you still haven't rolled. There we go. I think we got everyone. We did indeed. Zankus, you get the initiative. Why am I not seeing you on the... What the hell? Where are you? Oh, you're there. I couldn't see you. I think I need to increase the size of the little doofer around your thing so we know what it is. But Zankus, you're first in the initiative order as the skeleton starts to rise and stand.
Okay, that's what I want. Awesome. And we bring that up, and we do that, and where to go there? Fork lightning.
Fork lightning, indeed. So this is the new improved fork lightning, which misses.
Wow.
As you charge the static energy in your hand and reach out, the energy just doesn't quite have enough oomph, and it strikes the sarcophagus right next to Arcos. He seems to always be in the row, and it just hits the sarcophagus and dissipates without striking its target.
There we go.
This skeleton here, it is his turn as he rises and sort of, again, that real sort of jagged movement as it surges forward off the sarcophagus and makes a beeline for Youngblood. As Youngblood, unfortunately, you're the one that opened the door, or attempted to open the door. So it's going to attack you with its short sword. Single attack. Misses. Does no damage. Strikes nothing and finds nothing but your chainmail armor across your back. It hurts, but not enough to cause any damage. Who? You're up.
Helps if I unmute my mic.
It does, just a little bit.
It does. Okay, so you can't pick on that big fella over there. That's our job to do that. And I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead. No problem. So we need a wisdom save from this creature. Wisdom save, which I believe it fails, so it does take 3 points of necrotic damage. I just need to double check something here. Nope, it's all good. We're good. It did take the damage. So it doesn't seem to be affected too much by it. Like, you don't see it grab its head like most normal people would. You'd see them, they'd sort of grab at their head or their body. You do see some of that necrotic energy that you release sort of snake up over the bones, and the bones in its right arm sort of start to blacken with the necrotic energy from your Toll of the Dead. Is that your turn?
And that's me.
That is you. There's now another Skelling Bones turn, who happens to be standing right by you, Arcos. And it just stands and sort of its head tilts to one side and looks down at you and strikes out at you. made me cough. Jesus. Missing. Unfortunately, maybe the slumber they've been in for many years has caused them not to be very accurate. So that is its turn. Next one's turn staggers off and makes its way to the next closest combatant, which happens to be you, who draws its short sword as it walks forward and attacks. Missing with a 13. Lots of misses tonight. Arcos, is now your turn with Youngblood on board.
Oh, I thought it was weird they weren't inside the fucking things. Alright, you bony prick. No.
It's sort of reaching out with its sword and it's missed. It's got its bony hands up in your face.
Take issue with his ankle with my dagger.
No problem.
My glowy dagger.
Your glowy dagger. Hits. Does 7 points of damage. You thrust your dagger into its rib cage, expecting to find something, but it's bones. It's just all bones. But you hear a couple of ribs snap as you sort of thrust forward, and a couple of bones drop out on the floor, clank, 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 across the sarcophagus.
And I'm gonna attack again with my offhand.
Offhand attack, no problem. Bonus action, offhand attack. 24 definitely hits, doing another 7 points of damage, which destroys this thing. Your hand almost goes right through its rib cage and strikes the spine, severing it completely, and the thing just drops into a pile of bones as if it wasn't moving at all.
Yeah, I like it better that way, yeah? That'll be me.
That'll be you. Youngblood, you're up.
Hey guys, why can't none of these why are these skeletons so calm? There's nothing can get under their skin. Thought I had some fun. And he would,
Oh shit!
Just belt him one. Just belt him one. Stop the jokes.
you would turn around
I thought that
and
was
you would
pretty good.
try to uppercut this guy, skeleton's head off.
All right, target him and smash away. That is awesome. Oh no! Misses him. Tries
Well,
to
that's
slam
a good
him
one.
and misses him. Just parries with an arm, sort of bats your hand out of the way.
Yeah, I'm too much laughing at the own joke.
Bit
Paying
of
attention.
laughing
Was a
going on
good
there.
joke.
That was a pretty good.
Was a good joke.
That is your turn, I believe.
Yep.
Next up is Sildar, who says, fucking undead. Walks up and long sword out. Fucking hell. Oh my god. His second attack better hits and does 6 points of damage. And he stands his ground with this creature. It is now Zankus back to your turn, sir.
Using a lightning lure.
On that one there.
Yep.
No problem. So he needs to make a strength save, which he saves. Still takes the damage, but is not. Is it 5 foot towards you or away from you?
Yeah. Nah, towards. Yeah, it doesn't move then.
Doesn't move. He probably couldn't move because he had a person in front of him anyway, but he does take the damage nonetheless. Which, as it seems, is enough to shatter the bones into several pieces as they drop to the ground, as the lightning crackles through the remnants of what once was potentially a Tressendor noble or guard, perhaps. Is that your turn, sir?
Yep.
So the Skellington's turn is going to re-attack you, Youngblood. With a 2! Missing with a 6! My god! That is its turn. Who? It is your turn. As the skeleton is just not having much luck. These guys are terrible at hitting things.
All right, so I'm going to close the distance between
Go for it.
us, and I'm going to smack him one with my mace.
You do that indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to make this a little bigger, hopefully. Just gonna reload this, guys. Might have to reload yours.
Okay.
That's
It's
a bit big.
reloading anyway.
Yeah, it should reload on its own, hopefully. It might be a little too big, but at least we can see it. So, you missed with your mace, unfortunately.
And yeah, that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. So you rolled up, and you unfortunately if you'd hit with his, you know enough about physics, bones, bludgeoning. It should have done some damage, but you got to hit it first. And unfortunately, your swing was a little wide. It is now Arcos's turn, with Youngblood on board.
Right, fellas, it's time to stop fucking about. I'll walk over to the skeleton. I will try and shiv him in the back.
Shiv him in the back. Shiv
I
away.
believe I get to roll it at
You will be
Flank.
rolling at advantage because of the flanking.
flanking him.
So I believe
Really?
Alt-click on your said weapon will roll at advantage. If not, just roll it twice and take the higher. It did not, so roll it twice. I mean, either way, it hit. Oh yeah, 7 points of damage, definitely hit. It is not
Sneak
looking
attack
too
damage.
good. I wonder why it's not
Sneak
rolling.
attack.
Yes, add your sneak attack, definitely. Which should maybe be enough. Yes, it is. Single attack. Describe the death of said skeleton with as you stab it in the butthole.
I'm not even looking at the skeleton. I'm looking through to young blood, and I'm just like shaking my head as I like jab the dagger up through the ribs and just sort of rip through what I assume would be, and just sort of tear back at it. And I'm like,
I mean, there's no organs there. Like you'd expect to find organs when you like stab into something like that. There's nothing there. It's just all bones. So you run through, like you strike a couple of bones, but you get your hand in there, and as you pull the dagger back out, you pull out a few more ribs as you pull it out, and the whole thing just sort of just deanimates and drops in a heap of bones on the floor. Thus, bringing would be bringing our combat to a close. However, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, as you guys have been making a whole crap ton of noise, the door opens behind you, Youngblood, and you sort of peer over your shoulder and you see two more cloaked individuals. Sort of one looks at his mate and goes, what the fuck? And he's standing right by the door. And he's going to make an attack on you, even though it's not technically his turn, but because he's probably taking you by a little by surprise. Because he's going to get one attack on you. Yep, when he keeps the door open. Hopefully, and he misses. Oh my God!
I'm glad scared him, so he closed the door.
Yeah, a little bit, and he missed anyway. So as he struck you, he freaking missed. So now, as Arcos, that would have been your turn. You got more movement if you wish to. You probably could get under Youngblood if you wished.
I'll just still shaking my head at him. I'll slide in under his legs and sort of, with my other hand, sort of stab up at the guy who's just trying to stab him in the back.
Target him and make your offhand attack. Natural 20. Holy shit. And he instantly, you find a vital organ. You stab up from underneath your companion Youngblood, and you open up a large wound just above his femoral artery in his thigh, and his hand instantly goes to his leg. He looks down, fucking sneaky little, ow!
Surprise, motherfucker!
And Youngblood, it is now your turn. And that, as you now can turn and see that there's another combatant behind you.
Sorry, bedtime.
You're good.
So I'll turn around. I can't turn myself around, but
Yeah,
I'll turn around.
just targeting. You're good.
And I will go for a sneaky kick to where he got stabbed.
Okay, you're gonna try and kick him in his wound.
Yeah.
Kick him in his axe wound. Or knife wound at this point. Just make sure you're not targeting yourself. Oh no, you're good. You're targeting him.
Pretty short targeting.
Yep, you're good. Attack away, good sir. Yes, Dad. 24 definitely hits. And you give him a good swift kick in that thigh, and you open that wound up even bigger than what it is, and you can see the blood now gushing down the inside of his thigh, and he's not looking good at all. Is that your turn?
That'll be me.
It is your
Yes,
turn.
thank you.
Sildar's turn. He sort of goes, all right, let's give this another shot. Climbs up on the sarcophagus, turns, and targets the star and says, he sort of yells out, he goes, duck! And he's going to attempt to shoot him with a heavy crossbow. Not a natural one, you're lucky, but he misses. It goes slightly wide, goes over your shoulder and just goes over the shoulder of the other dude, just missing him. And that is Sildar's turn. Back to the top of the initiative, Zankus. So, for all intents and purposes, Arcos is underneath Youngblood right now, so you can be in a position to target this dude. It's a bit of a clutter in the doorway though, so be aware that if you're casting or shooting through them, a natural one could be really, really bad.
Meh.
I know Zankus don't give a shit. Forked lightning and misses again with his forked lightning. The second time.
Wow. This sucks.
Unfortunately, as you charge that static electricity once again, reach out, and you just can't seem to get the aim right, and it strikes the doorframe, sparking against the doorframe by Youngblood and Arcus there. It's now this individual's turn. He's looking around, sort of thing. He can't really get through the door, so he's going to back up and turn himself around and hold an action. This dude is going to target Arcos, is one that stabbed him in the leg. So he's going to try and thrust down between Youngblood's legs to try and get you, Arcos, with his short sword. Does so with a 23, dealing 3 points of slashing damage.
I was going to say he'd probably have advantage because I'm on the floor, prone, technically.
Yeah, you would be. He's got another attack, so we'll run that one at advantage. See, it's not rolling at advantage though, so I'm not sure why, but it's still hit. Might have to look into that and find out why that's not doing that. So we have Arcos is not looking too good. He's a little bloody. This dude is not looking healthy though. You can see the color draining out of his face. That is his turn. Who? It's your turn. I don't know why it is not rolling at advantage. So
It's going to target this fellow in the door. Sorry.
Yep, so from moving forward, guys, advantages and disadvantage we'll just roll twice and take the higher and lower until I can figure that out. I'll do some testing before next week.
So a little song comes to my mouth when I'm targeting this fellow, because I'm going to be using Toll of the Dead.
No worries.
And the little song will be, I'm going to ring your bell, 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 ring your bell.
Ring his bell indeed. He needs to make a wisdom save.
Did I roll the right one there?
Yep.
I might have misclicked. Yeah, I did.
No,
yeah,
you're
okay.
good.
I thought I might have misclicked.
He succeeds on his save with a 13, so he takes no damage. The necrotic energy just does not quite take hold, unfortunately. And that is your turn, who?
That's my turn.
Next up, Arcos. You can see that this wound is leaking heavily, and he's, like I said, he's not looking good at all. He's looking very, very grey, in fact, very pale. You're muted, sir. You're muted. You're muted.
I unmute myself and I muster up all the energy I can, and I just try and stab again to the wound I've already created.
No worries. I'll give you advantage on this attack as well because of his current condition. And you have an ally within 5 feet anyway, so I mean, oh yeah, definitely hits. Yeah, he's you can roll your sneak attack damage as well, but he's very, very dead.
Very dead. One.
Either way, as you reach up and sink your dagger to the hilt once again in that open wound, and then just wrench it across, permanently opening that artery in his leg, and you just look at the horror on his face as he looks down at you, looking directly into your eyes, his eyes wide, and then you just see that life leave his eyes, and then his eyes sort of drop and droop as he starts to rock forward and into one side, as you then remove the dagger from the wound. And he is dead.
And then I sort of like shimmy back and like get to my feet and sort of like just walk between these guys, you know, to a place where I feel like I'm not going to get sort of like just lean up against the wall a bit.
Yeah, not feeling too good there.
Yeah.
And that is your turn, I believe.
Sure is.
It is now Youngblood's turn. Youngblood. You see the individual in the room ahead of you.
Gonna try to whip him towards me.
You need to be at least 10 feet to use your whip. He's out of range of your whip, so you'll have to move in.
I'll move forward a little bit.
So that'll give you your range with the whip, yeah.
So I'll go for the legs and try to trip him up and drag him towards me.
No worries. So target him, roll to hit.
I keep forgetting about the target. Bloody hell. Pew. Come on.
Whip attack, and you miss.
Oh,
He
come
manages
on,
to
man.
step out of the way as the whip cracks and attempts to wrap around his ankles, but he moves and sort of grunts at you.
And that's it.
That's it for you. Sildar's turn. He's going to attempt to shoot him with a crossbow. He's got target line of sight. He's determined to hit something with his damn crossbow. Nope, can't do it. I think he's going to throw the crossbow away. Zankus, back to the top of the initiative order. Sildar's not having much fun.
Yeah, I'm going to try the same thing, crossbow.
No worries.
No.
Yep.
Oh, hang on.
Hits with a 20. Doing
Nice.
10 points of damage. He takes that as a heavy crossbow?
Nah,
Light?
I think it's
Okay, light crossbow.
Yeah.
So you get him just like you shoot him in the chest, just up above. It would have been just above where the heart would have been. So missing the heart, missing vital organs, but you can see it buries deep and does reasonable damage.
With a bonus action, I can throw the dagger, yeah?
You cannot. No, you can unarmed strike as a bonus action. You cannot throw another weapon.
Okay, cool.
To use a weapon is an action unless you've got two weapon fighting, which the rogues do have. So for you, unfortunately, no.
Then I'm done.
Who? It is your turn. Actually, no, it's not. Sorry. It was the Redbrand's turn. Before who? My bad. Trashy ended his turn and then I skipped over. So, Youngblood. You whipped him. He's going to try and stab you. Twice he's going to try and stab you. First one will hit you. And he will do 8 points of damage. You are still up, just. Second attack will miss you, so you're good. He's not looking too good either, to be fair. So that is his turn. Who? It is now your turn, sorry. Getting all whippy and stabby, definitely.
Yeah, Whippy and Stubby and Toll of the Diddy.
Toll of the Diddy, ringing the bell. Let's ring that
Yeah,
bell.
ring that bell. Right in his bloody ear holes.
It's going to make a wisdom save. And he's taken damage, so if he fails, which he does, he takes the second damage. Only 2 damage, but no, we're gonna no. Do you want to describe how he dies? Who, as your necrotic energy is released from your Toll of the Dead.
This one was a pretty powerful one. You guys see the bell shape appear above his noggin, and as it tolls, these black tendrils come up from his feet and twist around his body and take him over and just emaciate him.
Indeed, just to add a little bit to that, as the black tendrils snake up around his ankles, up his thighs, to his waist, and then up over his face, and then you see the color drain from his body, all life draining from him also. His face sinks in, the eyes almost dry out in the sockets, sucking back into his head, and then he stiffens up, and then the body just drops to one side, almost like it's just been drained of all blood, almost dry and decayed as well. But that necrotic energy just drains all life from his body, leaving him but a corpse, thus ending another combat.
For that drop the mic moment, it's ding dong, Avalon calling.
And that will be the end of our combat, ladies and germs.
To take a potion, I gotta target myself, then use an item, yeah?
Yes, indeed. Don't forget to add your experience. Click the add button.
Oh, nice. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So, well, there you go. So that was on you, Youngblood. You are now feeling much better with downing a potion, getting 9 points of healing damage returned to you as the combat has come to a close.
You right there, Bugs? I've got a spare potion here if you need it.
Oh, I've got a couple. This place is bullshit. And I'll just
It really is.
grab one of the small ones to start with, and he thinks about it. He's like, oh, I'll try this first, and I'll take one of the light ones.
Yep. Again, target yourself.
Yep.
Roll the thing, and then I can add it for you. 6 points of healing damage to you as well, sir. So, Youngblood, before you leave that room, just so you're aware, even though you can't actually see in the rooms, there are a big pile of clothing you saw on the floor, and cell doors, which have shutters. Like they're a solid steel door, but they've got shutters, like a little cubby, like a little slidey peeky hole. They're all shut as far as you know, but you do hear from there the weeping, like maybe children or a woman, not entirely sure, but you did hear something from inside those somewhere from inside those cells. There's definitely something there.
Youngblood went straight to check if Bugs was alright.
No worries, but just letting you know what you
you'll
would have heard before leaving that room.
Yeah. We'll tell everybody, I think someone's captured in there. Might need to go see if we can save them.
Sildar goes, he says, well, people have been going missing from town. Yes, we better have a look. After you.
I'll walk back. I'm guessing, are these all 4 doors cell doors? Or?
They are.
Yeah.
I'm also going to use a potion of light healing.
Yep. You again target yourself. Roll it. We'll do that. So, which cell are you going to look at first?
I'll go to this one here.
So you can try the door if you wish. 5 points of healing.
Thank you, sir.
It's locked. Is it locked?
Yes, I believe it is.
Is it meant to be locked?
Yes, it is. The door appears to be locked.
This one's locked, fellas.
And why don't we search these bodies here?
I think you'll find the key on them.
Appears that all the doors are locked.
Now, these guys must have been the jailers here. Like, if they were in this room.
I would check the bodies, or probably everybody else is too, but yeah.
So you search the bodies of the 2 individuals that came from this room. No need for investigation check, but you indeed do find on one of them a set of keys. No gold on these ones, but there is definitely keys.
I'd grab the keys, go back to the door I'm at, and unlock it.
Yep, you are able to unlock that door, so the door's now unlocked. You should be able to open it.
I will slowly walk in.
You'll be able to see straight away that in this cell is 2 children. Let's see here. So in the cell you find there are 13-year-old girl by the looks of it. Oh no, 13-year-old boy, sorry, and what looks to be a teenage girl, maybe 18, give or take. You can see she's had tears running down her face. She's definitely been crying. The boy looks terrified. So this is the boy here, and the girl here. They're both scared. They're sort of wide-eyed as you step into the room because you're a big dude.
Yeah.
And the boy sort of backs up against the cell wall.
Hey, it's okay. I'm the good guys. We're here to save you.
I'm just going to move Arcos into here so we can open that for some reason. It's linked to him. So the chat can see it. They seem... The girl says, who are you? Are you one of them? Please don't hurt us.
No, not gonna hurt you. We're the good guys. We're taking these guys down. We're here to save you.
And I'll unlock all the doors so we can sort of see there, so that you guys can see what you're doing. And as you unlock this other side door, a woman steps out, sort of quite almost vicious. She lashes out at whoever walks through the door first. Get away from me! Stay away from my children! Scratch your eyes out! She's rather aggressive.
Hey, it's okay. We're the good guys. We're trying to see who's down here, trying to get rid of these guys, trying to see what's down here and save people. We're the good guys, I swear. It's okay. We're here to
Get one of
save
those filthy Redbrands.
I swear I'm not. You can come out and look at all the bodies we just killed if you want to.
You got a choice. You can come out and grab the kids, and we can point you in the right direction to get out, or you can quite happily stay here. We'll lock the door again. I don't care.
Can we just kill them and get it over and done with?
She's quite obviously traumatized. Don't.
We're not gonna damn kill them.
Do we need them?
Oh,
We're not killing them. They're either going or staying, one or the other.
Fine.
She sort of shoves past. She shoves past you, Zankus, like literally shoves you out of the way as she sort of moves past you towards Arcos, moves past and through to the other cells, and grabs both the kids into a hug. And she sort of looks up at you, Arcos, and kind of towards you as well, Youngblood, and says, thank you, I guess. How do we get out of here? Where do we go?
Follow me. There's a bit of a jump. Have we got anything to help these kids over this way? And like he slowly, because he's still kind of stuffed, he sort of leads them out to the passageway and tries to help them across the gap, and it will sort of take them all the way out.
Okay.
To the opening.
No worries. So we won't run that out. We'll just roleplay this. Yeah. So as you do so, she follows you out. Again, giving Zankus the filthiest of looks as she walks past him. But on the way out, she says to you, "Thank you, sir. I'm Myrna Dendra. Thank you.
Are you from Phandalin? Have you been here long?"
Yes, a little while, some time. The Redbrands have run rampant through Phandalin. They kidnap or many people trying to get ransoms and such. I mean, we don't have much. I don't know why they took us, but there's more. There's definitely, and I think there's a creature. I heard them talking about some creature that just be careful if you're going to continue. If you are, I mean, I can't give you any money. I don't have any, but I might be able to. There's an heirloom. I remember when I was a girl. I mean, you might find it. It's here. Do you have a map? And she, I'm assuming you have a map there. You would have been given one.
Yeah.
You were given one on the way here, and she marks on the map a place called Thunder Tree. It's marked on the map as Thunder Tree. And she says, if you go here and go to roughly this place, you might find. It's supposed to be there. I was supposed to go look for it myself, but never had. I was too scared. But if you go have a look, it might be valuable. I was told it was.
Yeah.
But thank you. And she grabs your hand and shakes your hand and like.
It's all right. Speaking of being careful, you get up out of here. You don't stop until you see someone you know. Like, don't hang around. Just straight to town.
Yes. Thank you again. And she's very sort of thanks you over and over again. Even the older girl, she reaches out, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and gives you a hug. Even might be a little uncomfortable, but she does it anyway. And the young boy, sort of from his mother's skirts, sort of you see him reach out a hand, like he's obviously his father might not be around, but he reaches out a hand to give you a handshake, almost like he's been taught to do so out of respect. And they eventually
shake his hand. Yeah.
It's a kind of a weak handshake, but it is what it is. But eventually they make their way out through the crawl space that you show them and head out and disappear. And as far as you know, they're good.
I'll head back and I'm like, we don't kill civilians. Yeah? Can we agree on that, perhaps?
Yeah, look, I agree on that, but like I just get a bit short with people. And something about me now is you come in and you open the door and there's blood and stuff everywhere, and she's wanting to say that we're gonna do stuff, and just not. That's you either stay or you go out. I'm not gonna worry waffling around with stuff like that.
I find people like that a hindrance. Can we move on now?
Yeah, we can move on. You alright, big fella?
Yep. Blue Man's pissed me off a bit, but what, you can't do much about it, can you?
Alright, how are we for healing? I don't think it's going to get any better.
I've got one more potion, but I'd rather keep it just in case.
Yeah, I've got two. I've got a light one and this here big one.
I'm pretty much okay, healing wise.
Yeah. Guess we press on then. There's no point staying in here forever. End up like those skeletons.
Very true. Let's go check that door then.
Arcos,
Maybe traps for
I get a
traps
wisdom
and
save
stuff.
from you, please. Ooh. Natural 1. So Arcos, that pain comes again. This time way more intense. And with a natural 1, you're going to take 1 point of psychic damage, which I can do for you if you wish.
Yep.
So you take 1 point of damage as that pressure becomes more and more intense, and then you hear it. I know why you're here. You will not succeed, methinks. Black Spider always wins. Revenge. Never a good task. Help you, I can. Maybe not. And then that pain starts to subside, and then stabs in harder again and stronger, almost making your eyes water. Revenge for one who has fallen. Black Spider always wins. And then it's gone.
Fucking thing again.
You got those collywobbles again, mate. You right?
No, there's something down here. Keeps burrowing into my skull. Fuck.
Could be the creature that lady was telling us about.
It says it can help. I wish it'd just fucking knock it off.
Yeah.
Youngblood,
Yeah, can help.
wisdom save, please. Also a failure. You feel that same stabbing, hot pain in the back at the base of your skull, pressing into your mind. You hear a voice. Young blood of the streets, born of poverty. Redbrands mean money, gold. I can help you. Come find me, if you dare. And then the pain subsides.
I just got the same thing, but seems like this guy wanted me to join the Redbrand and to help me. Playing them as mind games.
Starting to get into everybody's head by the sounds of it. You might just have to hunt him down and find out what this is all about.
From what I've experienced, this does not seem the work of a mage anymore. Something more.
Ooh. Can I get you to make a wisdom save, please? It's in the chat, dude.
Oh, you did it for me. Thank you, sir.
I did a thing. Dirty 20. You get that same thing, that hot burning pain in the base of your skull, and it pushes hard, and then you go, nope, I don't think so, and you force whatever it is out of your mind. They can't seem, whatever it was just couldn't seem to penetrate any further than that. The pain was there for a split second, nothing more. But the pain that the others have described, it's similar, so you know that something was trying to reach out.
I let them know that he wasn't successful, and kind of sent him a message with that, the push out, that, you know, he was trying hard, or whatever it is, whoever it is was trying damn hard.
Now you've got options. Just be aware, you can short rest if you want to, which will enable you to heal using your hit dice. Which means you'll be resting for an hour. Or you can leave and come back, take a long rest. Or you can long rest, take the risk and long rest here if you wish. Or you can push on.
We're not going to get answers sitting around here, but I could use a breather.
I need to recoup my spells, otherwise I'm really no help if I can't heal people.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't. Do you have to sleep on it, or can you just sit around and
meditate, rest stuff? You know, just processes.
Where do you want to have this short rest right here? Do you want to move out somewhere? What do you want to do?
I mean, this place looks like it doesn't lead out to anywhere else.
And we got the key. We can lock. We got the key. Does it try it in that door that leads out to where the sarcophagus is? It might lock that one. And then we're basically in the jail cells.
Could work, could work. I'm the one with the key.
So you tried on that door where Arcos is?
Yep. Yep.
You are correct. It does indeed lock that door also.
Yeah, that's a pretty sturdy door.
Do you want to take a short rest or long rest? We're kind of safe in here now.
I would recommend a long rest.
I agree.
For my spells, yes, long rest. And I think Arcos needs a fair bit of resting up to get his stuff back again, mate, don't you?
I do. I can't say I agree. I don't know that we should. But whatever.
It's risky, but we're all not feeling the best. We can all take turns at guarding the door.
Sildar sort of turns to all of you and agrees with Arcos. I'm not sure that sleeping here is a wise idea. I mean, it's fairly secure, but it's up to you. I mean, I'm okay, but
Fine, we'll head out.
Probably to the point is, outside of here, we're probably going to be a lot safer than being in here. So I agree with that.
you also give the enemy a time to recoup as well, however.
Take a short rest then.
Yeah. I know that won't help you, Feathers, but an hour, I think that's all we can spare. Otherwise, God knows what'll face us when we head in further.
Sounds fair.
Okay, then.
So, on your character sheets, if you are to take a short rest, click on the bed and you click on obviously the one that says take a short rest, which is the first hourglass. If you hover over the bed, which is on your character portrait just below, if you click take a short rest, and you can roll up to your hit die to regain health. If you need it, it'll give you the option to roll it, and you do that there. So, Youngblood, you should be at full health. It should automatically put the health on it too. From yes, it does. Look at that.
Okay, and then just rest after the roll.
Yeah, once you've rolled the hit die, it should automatically do it. It says you've rested for a short rest, so yep. So you lock the door. You take an hour. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss over this hour? Any more planning? Anything you might want to do moving forward?
I guess we might want to seek out whatever this creature is, whether it helps us or we fucking stab it.
I don't think it wants to help us. It wants us to join it. He was talking to me about being poverty on the streets and he can offer me money if I join a Redbrand.
All right, well, Sorry. The only choice we've got is this door that's out here to move forward. So, onwards and upwards, guys.
Yeah. I mean, how many more times can you do that thing with the bell, mate?
I can keep doing that.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, I know you're worried about your spells, but
It's just the healing ones for you guys, that's all.
You good to go, old man? And he looks over at Sildar.
He cracks his neck and he looks good as gold. He's taken no damage. He was just sitting there waiting for you guys in the corner. He gets up, he cracks it, like his bones crack and everything. Born ready, sonny.
Yeah, a long time ago by the look of you, mate. Anyway.
I'm not the one
press
bleeding
on.
everywhere.
I mean, you don't have to be old to... Alright. Only old people bleed? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, only rabbits, apparently.
Well, hopefully this door doesn't raise more undead. That was... fucking... That's some weird bullshit. Alright.
Alright. Move to the door. Another solid door.
Yep, I'll check it for traps.
Roll investigation. Which I can do
Investigation.
for you. Investigation. As far as you're aware, it's not trapped.
I just sort of like slowly nudge it open and see if I can see anything through the door.
As you nudge it open, you hear a clicking sound. Nothing happens. I was lying. You see an empty corridor. The door swings open and creaks on its hinges, but you see nothing but another door at the end of a corridor.
Right, looks like it might be single file down here.
I mean, you could
place
technically you go two abreast if you really wanted to. I mean, you could fit two down here. It's a 5-foot hallway, but
It's a freaking maze.
But there is a door there, just a single door.
No, slowly walk up to the other door.
You slowly walk up to the other door, and you are now face to face with another solid-looking door.
Ah, my old nemesis, the door.
The door.
The doors in this fucking place. I mean, we went like a matter of a couple of steps. There's another fucking door.
The door's the bane of a D&D party.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, look through the door again. I'm not gonna check it for traps.
You cannot open this door. It appears to be locked.
Just for the sound. Well, I guess I better... Wait, no, that key wouldn't open this door. Pass me the key, we'll try.
You got to give it a.
I'll pass the key over.
Got to give it a look.
Yeah, try the key in the lock.
Key does not fit the lock.
Ah, fucking hell. If I break a lockpick, I don't know how many of these, and I'll just sort of get in there with my thieves' tools and try and jimmy the lock. I don't know why Jimmy
the lock.
I don't know who Jimmy is, but
Who's Jimmy?
I don't know who Jimmy is either. So we will need you to roll a sleight of hand. I think I can do that for you too. Actually, I think I can roll. Hang on. Before you do that, I've got to check something here. Oh, I can. Roll the second one.
yeah. I'm gonna use my DM's inspiration that you gave me.
Okie dokie. So, I don't know why that's not rolling advantage. Can you roll with advantage?
This will let me. It gives you the option. Comes up with a box, so I'll roll it at advantage.
So roll at advantage. 22. As you work your magic, your little rabbit hands in the lock, and You feel the first tumbler slide into place, second tumbler, third tumbler. It's a pretty complicated lock, but it does eventually give up its secrets. And the lock clicks with that audible click of unlocking, as you would know as a thief.
Right.
And the door is now unlocked, ready to be opened.
Yeah. So that slow push open to see what's in the next room.
Open the door and you'll see what's in the next room. As the door swings open, you see racks of weapons lining this darkened chamber. Swords, crossbows, bolts. A dozen dirty red cloaks hang from hooks by the door. Seems that they've been stockpiling weapons. Again, all mundane. Nothing too fancy from what you can tell.
It's a dead end.
Maybe we can use his cloaks and stuff to try to blend in.
I mean, do they have one big enough for you in here, mate? Might need to stitch two together.
I can make it work, alright?
I'm sure you can, mate. A bit of a fashionista, I'm sure. That's not a bad idea, though.
Then again, some might be too big for you.
This can't, but this can't be all the building, can it?
Well,
No,
Sildar sort of pipes up and says, well, the manor's much larger than just this. Well, I would assume there's more somewhere. Maybe we missed something in one of the other rooms, perhaps.
These old rich geezers, sometimes they have, like, you know, you pull a book out of a bookcase and the fucking thing spins and you head off into another room, you know, like cheesy fucking rich people shit.
So what I would like to do is walk around what's on the walls here and start pulling them off under them like this.
That's with all the weapons and stuff.
Yeah, just to see whether that happens at all. Just pulling them all off, just dragging them out of the racks.
Who walks around the area is pulling spears and crossbows and also just dropping them on the floor, pulling them out of the racks, and yeah, nothing happens. Like, it just makes a lot of noise. Steel and wood clattering to the ground.
Mate, it was a good idea, but that didn't fucking work.
Hey, watch it.
You've just made a fucking mess. I said books.
I
said books.
To clean it up.
It's not fucking books, is it?
Oh, books. Okay. All right. Well,
I thought you were the clever one, to be honest.
Maybe we should go back to the main entryway and search for more doors there.
Yeah. Old big fella had a good thought, though. I think we should grab some of these cloaks. I mean, it might not work, but it might. And they won't see us bleed. They're red. That's a thing. It's a pirate thing. I'll grab as many cloaks as there are us and try and find ones that'll fit all right.
There's a good range of size. Like, even though the young blood, it would fit him, but it wouldn't come quite like a cloak. It'd probably come just past his butt, where yours would be dragging on the ground because you're so short, and like for Zankus and who it'd fit them probably okay.
Yeah,
like
the problem with the cloak for me is my wings. They get in the way all the time.
There's that too. And you grab that ready to potentially maybe use as a disguise, perhaps, if you need to. And I think that's probably a good place for us to pause our story for this week. You've had a pretty good run this evening, and it's going to give me some time to fuck around with this whole dark vision thing and try and figure out what the fuck that's all about.
Mate, if you need a hand for testing that, I'll be right for tomorrow.
What's more just my view, like your guys' view seems to work fine. Like, your guys' vision, it's just for this observer, so it might be just something I have to do on my end to get it to view correctly.
Put my hand up, mate, if you need a hand.
No worries, I appreciate that. so we are going to go back to our start doofer. So, thank you, ladies and germs, for hanging out. What I will say for you guys, because you rescued the woman and the kids, there will be some bonus XP, which I will add to your sheets and let you know whether there is a level up. I don't know you will quite get there, you'll be pretty close. And there will be some bonus XP for resting. I didn't expect you guys to rest. I thought you might have pushed on, but for taking that short rest, probably a smart move. So I will calculate some XP before the next session and let you guys know in the Gilded whether you have leveled up or not, which then you guys will do on your D&D Beyond sheets, and I'll transfer that information over later on. So I'll let you know before the next session if you level up or not, but you are very close to your next level, just so you know. Before we leave, obviously, we're going to go around our players and get some moments from this evening. There were a few. There always are, which is good. And chat, thank you for hanging out with us as well. Always fun to have you guys there hanging out with us while we tell our story. So, first, we will start with Youngblood this evening. You did, General, we've just finished. So, Youngblood, can I get a moment from yourself, whether it's a roleplay moment or a combat moment you thought was pretty cool for you, for your character, or for you as a player even, just something that stood out for you, and then something from somebody else, please.
Just me getting used to the game in general. Like, when I first started, I always thought I'm never gonna get used to this because I'm gonna have fun with it and play a dumb character. Always gonna play a dumb character. I never thought I'd get used to it. But playing Youngblood, I'm playing this smarter bloke, got some ideas and stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying them, getting used to the game.
Oh, you're doing
so,
well, mate.
Yeah,
oh, you're doing
having
very
fun
well.
with that, and of course the brain dead working really well.
Yes, that worked beautifully
really
this time. That was awesome. Very brutal indeed. Something from somebody else.
Arrow Code is who, just in general, this whole session, he brought this whole different side out of himself. And I've loved it. The jokes, the cheekiness, the bit more of a grumpiness side to himself. Like, just doesn't care.
I was going to say, who got a little bit dark tonight there towards the end?
Yeah.
With the prisoners.
Kids and that, yeah. I just loved who bringing this character out this session.
Awesome.
Just him in general.
Beautiful. And that'll give us a good segue to who, Mr. Ericode.
Who, me?
Who you?
Yeah, just when it popped in my head, that first Toll of the Dead. The knock on the door, sorry. Everyone calling, mass potions, all at a good price.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
Groom with the knife attack, and he just pushed that little bit extra in his ear, and it popped.
Yes.
JJ's the brain dead smashing that guy to smithereens.
Yeah,
at the thing, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Groom again, sorry, he just absolutely wrecked it tonight on all levels, like smashing characters, and his smart-ass attitude with Arcos is just, yeah, he was on point.
Always. Yes, so Brain Dead, just for those that don't know, is a homebrewed ability that JJ and I come up with. So basically it's a tombstone pile driver, for those that want to get a visual on that. So if you're familiar with wrestling and The Undertaker, Brain Dead is a tombstone pile driver designed to kill people. And it worked beautifully tonight. So onwards and upwards to Arcos, the Hirangon.
I loved who acting like he was some sort of potion salesman. We would like stand there trying to get them to come out. We were trying everything, and I had a feeling after a while, I'm like, they're not going to come out. Like
they heard you guys talking. I rolled a couple of times, and they heard you, and they was going to wait, hopefully, to get someone to come and get that ambush, but didn't quite turn out how I hoped. But no, it's all good.
And Xanxus with the idea to do the water, because that was what spurred on trying to get him out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got to be that brain dead, and I'm just like, holy shit. And then from me, there was just the reaction of that. I'm like, Arcus would be like beside himself. Like that's got to be gross to look at. Like the disfigurement of this dude in right the water.
There, 100%. I mean, that would have been gnarly. I mean, as much as Arcos is probably used to death, that kind of brutality, probably not so much.
Yeah, the strength that'd have to go into deforming a body in that way, you're just like, no, that ain't right. And the beds are burning comment. I'm like, I had to go with it. How will they sleep if their beds are burning?
A fireball would have been great in that room. I mean,
yeah,
definitely. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, Mr. Trashman, aka Xanxus, the grumpy.
Yeah, always grumpy. Yeah, basically his attitude. I'm still happy that I'm sticking with it.
I think you're doing well, dude. Like it has its moments. Like he's definitely moments.
Tonight was a little bit more mellow.
Yeah, there's definitely some lucid moments with him, but then it'll come out again with the prisoners. It's like, can we just kill him? I mean,
and for another person, have to be Youngblood and the impromptu joke.
Oh, that joke was a good one too. I thought that was pretty good. Well timed as well. So yes. Very well done. For me tonight, guys, again, like seeing new players and more experienced players play together is always a pleasure for me, because new players bring way different things to the game, because they haven't experienced the game before, so their RP is a little bit out the gate than regular experienced RPers, people that have played the game a lot more. So to have JJ and Era, who are relatively new to D&D, come in and seeing just some of the things you can come up with as a relatively new RPer in that level is really fun. So and props to you guys. The RP's been brilliant again, and I think you guys are doing very well. I was a little worried. Youngblood got pretty low, and Arcos got pretty low. I was thinking, holy shit. I don't want you guys, I mean, I know I said it, but I don't want you guys to die. not yet. I mean, maybe later, but not right now. Which is why I I suggested the short rest, long rest situation. I think short rest was definitely the better option. Obviously, long term may not be, it really depends. But if you'd left and taken a long rest and come back, it would have given them a chance to possibly reinforce as well. So you may have been going through the same shit over again with more people, possibly. I don't know, but I think you're doing pretty well so far. And
can I just quickly say, when you said about beds are burning, Grim, that actually gave me the idea for you can ring my bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Some of the things are great.
Sorry,
but yeah. So as I said, I think you guys have done exceptionally well. As far as what's happening for the rest of the week, tomorrow night there will be no map making tomorrow night. I've decided to put a pause on Thursday night maps, and we're going to go bring a bit of a change up. Pew Pew Thursday is going to bring that back. So Fortnite and or PUBG, or alternate between the two. So if you have the fork knives and you want to come and hang out and play some squads or duos or whatever, or the PUBGs, come and see me tomorrow night. Same time, around 7:30, 8 o'clock start time, run to whenever I decide to finish. And we'll do some pew-pews, because I want to get back into a bit of gaming. We'll be doing that here on Twitch. I was going to do my gaming over on YouTube, but I think I'll keep YouTube as a backup just in case Twitch decides to go tits up at any point. I've got a backup platform to stream on. But it'll be here on the Twitch. We'll do some pew-pew. And that'll be, moving forward, that'll be Thursdays for a bit. Obviously Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is due out in October, so I'll definitely be doing that on a Thursday. I'm going to run the campaign, and we've got some multiplayer stuff I want to do on that as well. So that'll be moving forward. This coming Sunday, we'll be back to, obviously, more D&D with our homebrew Paradigm 2. I am going to obviously take the time between now and then to try and figure out this dark vision thing. I may just turn it all off because it kind of annoyed me a little bit. So I might see if we can figure out a way around that to make sure to try and get it to work so that you guys aren't viewing all this stuff in black and white. Because I don't think that's how it's intended to work. For the players, it seemed to work fine. It was just that because I'm using what is an observer mode, basically, I have observer rights on all the players, but for some reason it was using Arcos's token as the main token. So I'm not sure why that was. But we'll figure something out. Sticks and Stones with a gifted tier 1 sub to General Chimichanga. 76 total gifted subs to the channel and the community. You rock, dude. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, before we do disappear, we have obviously Mr. Trashman playing Zankus Tallfellow, long-time community member. We don't see him much because he's working a lot and sleeping a lot and just generally a grumpy old dude. But he does hang out with us Wednesdays and Sundays playing D&D. We also have over in the far corner Mr. JJ Aussie Punk. You'll find him on twitch.tv, JJ Aussie Punk, where he does some awesome EFED stuff, which I'm a part of, as is Grim. We are having an interesting stuff happening over here at the moment. Bit of a takeover going on. Lots of RP happening in the Discord, which is a lot of fun. So make sure you guys go check out JJ. It's been good, dude. Like, it's been a lot of fun. Make sure I get your name spelled right. For the shout out.
Just to quickly say something too about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Our WrestleMania type pay-per-view coming up next weekend.
Yeah, Beatsmania.
Beatsmania.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
That's a big, like, WrestleMania type deal.
So definitely go check out JJ for that. As I say, Beatsmania is coming up. Where my character Jack Spencer will be defending his Australian title, which should be a big match. A lot of title changes maybe.
And Grim's the main event.
Yes, indeed. Defending his title, or I believe as well. So it should be a lot of fun. Next up, speaking of Grim, is Mr. Grim Realities, who is also you can find on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Grim_realities, doing click and point adventures. Hasn't done anything for a little while because of work stuff, but hopefully we'll see him back at some point, maybe in the future. Looking at doing more board game stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
But definitely go check out Mr. Grim when you get a chance, when you see him. If not, you can see him here on Wednesdays and Sundays doing D&D with us, of course, and hanging out in the community as well. And lastly but not leastly, Mr. Ericode down the bottom there, twitch.tv/Ericode, where you'll find him doing all sorts of cool shit and things and stuff. Mr. Era, if you would like to elaborate on what your future plans are.
Future plans will be after the session's done with D&D. Here with Evil. I'm going to be doing some stuff on YouTube on the Wednesdays, starting at 8 p.m. And Monday and Friday will be the Twitch stuff. Awesome. Bit of a variety, you know, some driving games, some shooting games, you know, bit of this, a bit of that.
Awesome. So so you'll quite often see me hanging out with Mr. Era on a Friday doing the fork knife over there with him and Mr. Grimm as well. We might see those guys over here with us on a Thursday night, perhaps. We'll never know. Try and get a few people on. Be a bit of fun. It's always a laugh when we all get in the same game, trying to play Fortnite, because we have an old grumpy dude that can't hit shit a lot of the times, and
yeah, that's Evil.
Hey. I'm not too bad. Grim normally carries us all because we all die and he has to try and carry us all, which is random. And then we have Nutty on occasion, and enough said. We've got a short that sort of sums up Nutty's skills as a Fortnite player. Anywho, that is us. We should probably raid somebody. Let's see who's online. I believe we have... Do we have anyone playing D&D tonight? Lost Archives. We raided them. I don't think we've raided them for a while. I think we're going to raid Lost Archives, guys. Just need to find them on my other PC. But make sure you go check them out, follow them. If you're not following them already, please do. As they are a cool bunch of guys. I believe they're Aussies as well, from memory. But they are D&Ders, just like us. So, we will say good night, and as I said, tomorrow night will be the Pew Pews. Come and hang out with us. I know it's not D&D, but come hang out with us anyway, because we'll probably talk D&D while we're playing the Pew Pews, possibly, because I talk a lot of shit, as anyone will tell you. And we will see you back here for more D&D on Sunday. See you later, guys. Thank you so much.